What's good? What's good, my peoples? As y'all can see from the title, we got a hurricane brewing down in the Florida area. You feel me? Me and my boy Lewis here. I think Alex gonna stop by in a little short period here, but they're getting ready for this hurricane. We wanted to just come through and what I'm saying, we ain't been live in a minute, so we wanted to give y'all a little treat. We ain't gonna leave y'all hanging for too long. But Lou, what's good, bro?
Tony, what's good?
Oh, my dog in the Reaper. Okay, we you ready? That mean you
Yeah,
ready or what?
we got the rain jacket on, man. We
uh,
outside, man. We good.
see, dog. Like before we even get in all that, bro. How is it out there, my bro? Like I know you say you're gonna show us outside and stuff like that. Is it already getting bad or
It,
what?
it's been raining and shit all day. I don't know if people can see kind of in the. Man, let me go out here in the background real quick to try to see. There's, there's the wind blowing.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You see that big ass tree in the air. It's wobbling, going back and forth. So yeah, we
it's
outside. We
already
getting it.
it's already started too. Like I'm okay. Look, cause I hope y'all I hope they don't trip about that. I got the news still watching. But listen, so like right here on the 6 o'clock advisory. It was saying now, I don't know what they gave y'all, but it's saying now it's supposed to hit as a category 3 instead of 4. Is that what they saying up there where y'all? I want trying to see how accurate it is over here down in Miami. Is they giving the same thing up there where you at?
Yeah, they're saying landfall is probably going to be category 3, but I mean category 3. I still
4,
believe
yeah.
it's over 125 plus mile an
Yeah,
hour
one
wind. So
125, yeah.
yeah. So again, man, listen, anything over 100, I would probably say is a little scary, right? Like you
Yeah,
never know
fact.
what
That's
could happen. So just everybody be safe. That's going to be impacted. I know I'm kind of in the zone that's probably going to see those effects. So hey man, just everybody stay safe and bunker down at this point. Wherever you are, just try to, stay inside and be safe.
yeah, to all our supporters, our subscribers, and people like that's in our chat.
Facts.
Yeah, if y'all in the central and the west coast of Florida area, like y'all be safe, bro, because it's not really, even though we pretty much understand and we've been through it. It's the water, like that storm surge up to like 15 feet. That's nothing to play with. Regardless of the wind factor, that water is what's the most dangerous part about it. I mean, outside obviously the tornadoes as well, but you could get over, like you could prepare for the wind. Like there's hurricane proof windows. You could put shuttles up, but that water and that storm surge, that's no preparation for that. I don't care how you board your house up, how much sandbags you got. 15 feet. There's no sandbag in the world that's going to stop 15 feet or storm surge. So when it become like that, that's when the dangerous come in, the dangerousness come into play. And like fifth, like I don't know if y'all, most people that's not from the state of Florida or don't whatever, any in the state that typically deal with hurricanes or whatnot. It's different when you get that flood, and what that's when you see the houses and cars and boats and motorcycles and all that stuff floating down the river. You see the fish and sharks and all that. Now you see them on highways and stuff like that. That's what does the most damage. So that's what's making us a little bit skeptical about this hurricane, because the winds, that's cool. It's the water surge that is bringing with it. You feel me? Uh, you say it's Category 3 hurricane as of 6 p.m. moving northeast 15 miles with max winds of 120. Yeah. So we
Yeah.
still dealing, pretty dangerous, pretty severe weather right there. Um, but for the most part, you are bunkered in and all that. Lou, set up, ready to go.
Yeah. Like I told you, Tony, a little bit ago, I came to my mom's crib. I'm with her. My wife and kids, they came up here yesterday. Um, so I was doing some things at the house, finishing up, the past 2 days, a little bit this morning and stuff. And, now we're all hunkered in, man, just waiting. We're going to ride this thing out. So it is
That's a
what it is.
fact.
But yeah, we're all good.
And you might have to have a hurricane party. Keep my boy Lou and
Let's go.
if Alex decide to put up a little later. I know he probably it's getting a little wild out there. You just want to make sure they straight for the most part, and kill two birds in one stone. We weren't able to do one on Monday, so why not go ahead and take care of one on Wednesday? But no care, He's still for the people, you know what I mean? We still, we ain't gonna leave y'all hanging too much. I know y'all probably was like, what's up with them boys on Monday? Them boys had real life situations that they had to deal with. That
Yeah,
what's really going on. The Dolphins gonna be here even with when the store start and after the storm, but we had to make sure our people are really safe and they had enough time to properly prepare, because there's a lot of those counties that are mandatory evacuation. So that's the level of seriousness that they're taking with this hurricane, especially when it was out there at a category 5. I don't know if y'all know what that means, but that's the highest you could get. That's the creme de la creme, you know what I'm saying? A
that's the
hurricane.
real deal. That's the real deal.
Yes, sir. So pretty much anything you feel me? You trying to get into, Lou, or you good right now, man?
Nah, I'm really good. We can kind of get into the show. I'm sure that
Yeah,
this
man, let
will
me
be a
see.
topic, the hurricane, the storm, and shit. We'll keep this thing going for a little bit, and maybe eventually, determining like who comes up here. Maybe we get some, we bring some people up or whatever. But yeah, I'm ready to get into the show, Tony.
Yeah, I'm about to yeah, we might bring some people. I know Vonjo asked earlier. I'm gatekeeping. I don't care what nobody. Okay. Okay. But I would DM them Vonjo, or if you want to pull up, if y'all want to say something, hit the Bliss pickup page. Well, you gotta be following our page, first of all. If you think
Facts.
you're gonna come on the platform. So if y'all want to drop that, if y'all want that link, make sure y'all hit the send me a DM on the Bliss pickup page. I most definitely will drop that link for y'all, man. Anybody want to come up, but we ain't gonna do it right now. Let me talk a little shortly, real quick. Hold on, let me make sure I set it up for y'all, so I won't miss it if y'all DM me or nothing like that. Hold on, let me get it. All right, let me see.
Damn, that's crazy. My man, Grumpy said Bon Joe sucks.
God,
Shit.
dog, bro. That's how you feel. He said, "Stay dangerous." Jay said, "Stay dangerous." All right, real quick, Lou. So I already did that. He said, "Hey, keep like a month." Okay. He said, "Hate keep." You mean gatekeep, my bro? He told me that. Hate keep. Lou. So yeah, make sure y'all hit them like button. Shout out to Jess in the building, man. She already keep y'all. It's 18 of y'all in here now. You know what I'm saying? She keep y'all boys. Hell, y'all hold y'all accountable. Make sure y'all get them likes up, man. Hit the like button on the way in, so you ain't got to do it on the way out. You hear me? He said, "Grumpy name is Ramon." Yes, he is. What if I hit the dish? All right, Jay, man. Let's get us in the algorithm. Jay, go ahead, handle that. Lou, but yes, we we in a bye week, dog. So dog, anything what we looking for during the bye week? You know what I'm saying? Any changes? Anything we look at? Any people that we think coming back, or what I'm saying? What you looking forward to while we in this bye week?
Hey man, listen. I want these guys to be working during the bye week. I don't know about anybody else, but I want that. I don't want this to be like. I know everybody says it's a bye week. Let them rest. And nah. If everybody, because everybody I talk to, they're not willing to have the tank conversation, right? And people, even today in the space, people are like, "Oh, we're only one game out of first place. We're this,
Mm-hmm.
we're that." Well, again, if that's how everybody feels, and I'm sure that's how the Dolphin players feel, right? Well, then put that work in, right? Put some extra time in the film room. Be in the building, doing whatever you need to do to maybe to get healthy or do whatever. But that's what I'm on, right? Like, don't take this as a bye week vacation type thing. Nah, come in there, put that work in, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. Then we get one of them scrawls real quick. Let me turn my
Y'all,
thing so I can see palm trees, everything.
oh
That's
yeah,
just right. The wind is starting to pick up, constant rain. But yeah,
facts.
Tony,
Yeah.
that's what I would say, dog. Like if we're trying to make a run at this, then forget about that bye week talk. What I want to see and what I want to start hearing about is our players and our coaching putting in that work. Because listen, Tyler Huntley from week one when we seen him to the second week, he looked better, right? So let's
Yeah.
build on that. Tyler Huntley will be starting against the Indianapolis Colts. Let's get him. I would like to see this offense maybe be a little bit better than what we've seen the past 2 weeks. And I guess for me, Tony, that's what I'm looking for, right? Just
Yeah,
just put in the work to get better and better.
yeah, I'm more with you too when it comes down to the the putting in the work and all that because yo, you know what I mean, we can see how the season been going, bro. Let's just be real. You know, it's been very underwhelming. We've been disappointed, especially fans like me that already invested. Prior to even the season even started. We invested in these away games. We already made plans. Because we were believing in these guys. So for anybody that that when you hear us talking about the team, and if we just so have to have a bunch, we scrutinizing the team, it's because we expect more. We didn't come into the season expecting mediocrity, and especially not a 2-3 season. Like Lou, I mean, you remember, everybody that remember if y'all be in the spaces, Lou, then you say you don't think we should have. It should have our first loss. You expected to come possibly week what 9, week 8, week 9, Buffalo. What we play?
Nigga, I had us under. Well,
Week
God
9.
damn, I had us undefeated going into Buffalo week 9, Tony.
Facts. So going into the bye week at 2-3, obviously it wasn't what we expected. So yeah, now that we're in the bye week, getting a little healthy, it couldn't happen at a better time, considering what happened to achain, with that injury, because we're gonna need him. We really need him. We can't afford to have him go down. As far as being healthy. Teron Armstead been banged up a little bit. Javon Hollins, even though not gonna lie, even though I don't like his play, you know what I'm saying, but you do want your top level guys at least on the field because he still have time to improve and time to turn it around, bro. And I think what you said was something that man, practice. Y'all should be practicing the hardest out of anyone in the league because y'all came out, underwhelming. It's disappointing. 2-3 start. You just got OBJ back, so y'all got Tyler Huntley that need as much work as possible. Mike McDaniel already came out and said that going forward, is most likely he's going to be the starter, at least until for the foreseeable future, right? So you need to be practicing more than you normally practice on a bye week. If they only give you whatever the minimum is, I mean the maximum practice days you call on the bye week, because I know they got maximum days. You need to use that, and then on your own time, y'all need to be hooking up at high schools or college campuses. Heck, go to trash pile. You know what I mean? And put in that work. Because it's different. You gotta outwork these people. That's the difference between winning franchises and franchises that just get by. Is that we actually turn it out now, Mike. They actually outwork you. If you look at all the greats, they not only are more talented than you, they're not only more skillful than you, right? They also practice harder. They actually outwork you, because they need that every little edge count. Because when you get in the NFL, let's just be real. For the most part, there's not big gaps in when you in talent. There's not a big talent gap from one player to the next one. So that little extra to get you over the hump is what counts, what matters. We always say football is a game of inches. So you need to. If those guys are practicing for 9 hours, let's try to do 10 and a half hours. Let's get an extra hour and a half and perfecting our craft. So when we go on the field, we're more prepared than you. So even if you are, whether you're on the same level to me or at the same talent level, my work ethic is above yours. So that's what's going to get me over the hump. Take it more serious so you can have people like me, Lewis, Alex, or the reals that come in here that we just going to give you 100. We want to come over here and give y'all good reports, tell y'all what did we like, how proud we are of the effort that they put on the field. I don't want to come in here seemingly every week seeming disappointed. I could take losses, but you got to be competitive at minimum. At least be competitive in these games. And it looked like we're shooting ourselves in the foot. We look like we're just not focused. Things that you have to, you can control those. You can control your focus. You control your work ethic. You control your effort and energy that you give. All that is 100% you. Coaches can't go and make you work harder. Can't give you the max effort. It can't change your mind. Well, they can't give you advice on how to change your mindset, but you as a player have to go out there and get it done. You feel me? So I second that notion. At Lewis with I need to see them practicing on the in the bye week. Let's side note, right, Lou? You know, speaking of getting better and all this, what do you think about this Aaron Rodgers stuff going on, bro? And Coach Silas getting fired like that mid season. Not even mid-season, the first quarter of the season.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Listen. At the end of the day, we were kind of getting into it today a little bit on the Twitter space, and maybe I said some things that because you were making some good points, Tony. Right. I would just say in the situation we seen between the Jets, Robert Saleh, and stuff, I think we could both agree that was an Aaron Rodgers move. Like Aaron Rodgers got Robert Saleh fired. Right, because we were having the conversation, what quarterbacks or what players in general have the power to kind of do that. And I think both of us would agree. What caught me kind of strange, and again, I'm just going by things that I heard from Jet fans and stuff, right? Like, I guess the plan was to fire Nathaniel Hackett from the OC job, right? That's the move that Robert Saleh was planning to make. We all know that Nathaniel Hackett is Aaron Rodgers' homeboy, right? Like he vouches for him. It's crazy to me that the head coach is going to fire Aaron Rodgers' homeboy, and all of a sudden he's the one that's getting fired. I think that has the fingerprints of Aaron Rodgers' fingerprints all on it, right? I think Aaron Rodgers made that phone call and put his authority, which again, we always talk about the Dolphins' problem within the organization, right? Bro, from a Jet standpoint, and I'm not no Jet fan, so I could really care less what's going on over there. But when you empower a player to that magnitude, like everything Aaron Rodgers wanted, he got. He wanted Alan Lazard, he's there. He wanted Randall Cobb last year, he was there. He gets everything he wants. And I just think in that scenario, he wanted Robert Saleh gone, and that's what the organization did. Now, I don't know. I don't understand, and this is where I'll throw it to you, Tony, and see, because I'm hearing a lot of Jet fans saying they're going to win Monday night against Buffalo, and they're going to do this, and they're going to do that. And I just want to know, like some of the games that I have watched from the Jets this season, their running game is non-existent. Is the firing of Robert Saleh going to help that? Their offensive line has been trash. Is the firing of Robert Saleh going to be that? And this is the last one, Tony. In the game just last week against Minnesota, last drive of the game with the ball in a future Hall of Fame quarterback's hands, right? Garrett Wilson hit a stop-and-go route. He was open by 7 yards, Tony. Aaron Rodgers overthrew him. Aaron Rodgers hasn't played well the entire season. I just want to know, is that going to change because Robert Saleh is now out of the building? Like all these problems that the Jets have, is because of one man? Is it going to solve all their damn problems?
No, I mean, obviously, no. I don't think it's going. At least from my personal opinion, I don't think it's going to solve anything, bro. Like, to your credit, and that's, listen, we keep the same energy, bro. Robert Saleh, he probably was underwhelming. His calling card, his defense. That defense has been a top 10, top upper echelon defense, for damn near every this season. They may have fallen off just a little bit, but it's still early. You know what I'm saying? And they dealing with the what's the dude name that don't want to sign
Hassan Reddick.
Hassan Reddick, they deal with the Hassan Reddick thing, you get what I'm saying? But his calling card, for the most part, they was getting it done, and you can't say like you brought in Aaron Rodgers, you brought in Nathaniel Hackett for him. You get what I'm saying? You brought in the Alan Lazard for him. The people that he wants in the building. This is the people that you asked for. So, on that side, you got to get it done, bro. And at the end of the day, I can see, now this is what I don't like, bro. I can see if, they was getting it done and Aaron Rodgers then was going out there playing their hearts out and he just failing them as a coach. Yeah, he had his downfalls just like any other coach. But, you the one out there throwing 3 interceptions in the game. Y'all were down 6 and still a chance to win the game. And you threw that interception, my brother. So, what I don't like, right, and I don't like when people don't keep the same energy, because when it was the the Wilsons of the world. What's his name? The quarterback that they just had. Um what's the dude? The quarterback they just had before they brought in Aaron
Zach
Rodgers.
Wilson.
Zach Wilson, right?
Zach Wilson.
It was Zach Wilson when he was out there. It was the Mike Whites that was there. You get what I'm saying? These are the people that y'all was blaming. It was the quarterbacks that y'all was blaming. This team is just one quarterback away, right? This is what the whole narrative coming out of the Jets community, right? Oh, we just get a quarterback, and this team is a Super Bowl potential quarterback. Potential team. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna win a division. They're gonna overtake the Buffalo Bills. You know what I'm saying? This is what was said. Now you get a quarterback in here. You're supposed to be that dude. That's what you're supposed to be. That dude. You must a discount, double check, all this, right? You get him in the building. We're gonna watch last season. He got injured. Cool. But this season, has he been looking? Has he been playing up the par? Is Robert Saleh the reason why he's out there throwing interceptions like that? But we're gonna hold people accountable. Last time I checked, this is the guy y'all said was gonna fix this franchise. This is the guy that y'all said, oh, all he got to do, if we could at least average 23, 24 points a game. You know what I'm saying? So let's not act like, they was out there just getting blowed out and they weren't stopping the one. They still have pretty formidable defense. It's just Aaron Rodgers was underperforming. Aaron Rodgers was putting that defense in bad positions. But no one is out here talking about how Aaron Rodgers is playing. And then on top of that, how you going to be out here and undermine your coach from the day when you get in the building. And then it's 2 years in a row. You ain't showing up to mandatory camps. You know what I'm saying? You out here undermining this man on the sideline. God knows what you're doing in the locker room. All this stuff counts because you're Aaron Rodgers. You're on another level. It's levels to this. You're not no regular quarterback that just came in. You already established. You already have the accolades. So you have the temperament to be able to, call a shot, so to say. Your relationship and the head coach relationship is the number one. It's supposed to be the top. Y'all got to get that together. And for you, this is what I don't like. Don't put the blame on somebody else. Because now, right, I want to see how they act now. If it don't work out, let me see how y'all react now. If you go out there and throw another 3 interceptions, what gonna be the excuse now? Is it gonna be Nathaniel Hackett this time? Or is it gonna be because they got an intern head coach?
They're gonna find another scapegoat.
And that's another one. That's what I don't like. I really don't like. Like, let's keep the same energy because how is it all of a sudden Robert Saleh? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But when Aaron Rodgers wasn't in the building, it was the Zach Wilsons of the world. Shake money.
Shake money. Stay safe, Shake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, stay safe over there, Shake, man.
Got you in the middle.
In the middle of that, man. God, dog, man. Stay safe. Yeah, man. To all anybody in the chat, man. First of all, y'all all stay safe. Let's get that out of the way. Stay safe, man. Shutters, closed doors. They tell you to evacuate. Let's not try to play this tough role. I just saw the update. Yeah, they got it at wind speeds at 120 miles per hour, wind gusts of 150 miles per hour. So still dangerous, you know what I mean? So y'all stay safe out there, man. But for the most part, like I was saying, when you keep the same energy for Aaron Rodgers, bro. When y'all was blaming the other quarterbacks in this system. So let's give Aaron Rodgers the same, and he's supposed to be heads over heels above these guys. One of the greatest in history. Go ahead, Lou.
Tony, you know what's crazy? Just touching on what you're saying, right? So last year, I think they said the first 5 weeks of the season, last year, the Jets offensively with Zach Wilson scored 93 points. Right? The first 5 games this year, Tony, with Aaron Rodgers, the New York Jets have scored 93 points offensively. Virtually the same. Now, every Jet fan would tell you last year they had no quarterback and that Zach Wilson is trash. So to your point, let's keep the same energy. If they have almost the exact same numbers and offensively they're scoring the exact same points, is Aaron Rodgers trash? Because he's giving you the same shit. If we keeping that same energy, right? So to your point, bro, again, this happens. It's not only a Dolphin problem. It just happens when you like a certain player and you dislike a certain coach or whatever, every team goes through it, brother. You're going to find a scapegoat. And in this situation, Robert Saleh was the scapegoat. And to answer one of your questions earlier, Tony, if this shit don't work out, let's say the offense don't get any better. You know who the next scapegoat is? It's going to be Nathaniel Hackett. And even Aaron Rodgers, that's his homeboy, right? Even Aaron Rodgers, before they talk shit or bad about Aaron Rodgers would throw Nathaniel Hackett under the bus. He'll throw him right under the bus. Let's call it for what it is, bro.
I can't respect that
was
either,
made, and I can't respect that. Absolutely, bro. I can't respect that. If you're looking for a scapegoat, come on, bro.
Facts. Speaking of that, throwing under the bus and all that. Let's get back to some Dolphins talk. We don't have this side note. Speaking of the not holding yourself accountable and all that. I wanted to ask you something. Shout out Ben.
Salute
Benjamin. Family, my brother. I was listening to the Mike McDaniel press conference and stuff like that, and I was going back and just paying attention. And they're asking him about the special team play or lack thereof or execution, right? The lack of execution with the special team play. And for everything, this man has an excuse for every single thing. The fumble, the hike when he was looking and he was like, he thought he was giving the signal, which he didn't, but that's what it could have been, and this is the reason. Why on earth is our head coach, right? The guy that's supposed to get everything fixed, the guy that is supposed to fix all these problems and tighten all that up, right? How come we never hear him come out and say, you know what, we got to be better? That is inexcusable. That's unacceptable. Why we don't get that accountability? Even if in the way he answered questions, it's giving people an excuse for what they doing. Never saying, well, it was a miscommunication, but you got to clean that up. Because that type of stuff costs you games against better teams when you play down the road. We can't have that as a team. As a team, we need to go in and work on this and come out and fix this and eliminate these mistakes. If you're giving them an excuse for every time they do something, bro, special team, they actually know about the procedural penalties and the lack thereof, the block punts and all this. And he was like, because I think people are trying so hard to do their job, what they're supposed to be, and things like that happen. What are you talking about?
Well, Tony, what did we hear, bro? What did we hear that me and you both got so excited about? These players and coaches and everybody holding us accountable.
Yeah.
What you just said, there was no accountability in that answer you just gave that Mike McDaniel said.
Right.
No, none. No accountability. So again, if a player knows that they can just mess up and the head coach is just all he's going to do is make up this excuse and, they're trying too hard. What gives that player makes him say, you know what, I got to correct this? What makes that player say, oh, shit, my head coach ain't going to stand for this. I got to be better. Because I didn't even hear what Mike McDaniel said, Tony. But just listening to you explain it, it makes me think, again, there's no accountability, bro. This team can just mess up and they can mess up and they can mess up. And it's okay, Tony, because they're trying so hard. Bro, what the fuck? Like, what are trying so hard?
About?
Like, what are we talking about?
And the thing about it is,
crazy.
Right. The thing about it is, and I get it, right? To the people that's gonna come out and say, man, we coming up a W. Right. We coming up a W against a team that might be worse than us. A bottom 3 team. What we're talking about is
if we played anybody else, Tony. If we played anybody else, that's a loss.
For the most part, 9 times out of 10, that's a loss. Honestly, unless you play Jacksonville again, and they look like they would have probably beat us on that night. You know what I mean? Like, and the thing about it is, this is what I don't like, right? And it really, people think they be cooking when they saying that. Oh, look at the rest of the league. They're all doing bad too. Which makes me even madder. Because with all the talent, right, on this team, and the way other teams are playing, that means we should be sneaking off with some of these wins against these lower tier teams. Or these teams that not having good seasons. We should be taking advantage of this. Because when people start getting rolling, You know what I'm saying? And then they start putting it together and they get that camaraderie and and they go on their runs. You missed out on the opportunity. So it's not always just about okay, we got the dub. The good things, and when you analyze the game and you watch things and you want what's best for the team, right? You could see even in that victory that's not good enough to get you to where you want to be. Now, notice I'm not saying nothing about Tyler Huntley and all that because I understand that. I understand it's going to take time for him to get acclimated to the speed of the players and get their timing down because it's a timing-based offense. But what I don't like, and I don't have excuses for, is Mike McDaniel not implementing the game plan, which let's give him credit, right? Let's give credit when credit is due. He ran the heck out of that ball. You remember the last our last episode that was Friday, and I said we have yet to see Mike McDaniel run the ball 7-8 times in a row when it was running, when it was working. Guess what? What it was 6 times straight on that game winning drive. Run. What did I say? Why don't you just do what the defense is giving you? Simplify the game and say, I'm going to do this until you stop it. Simplify it, bro. It's like, hopefully he learned from that and he implement that same, you don't got to outsmart people and be like, okay, since they assuming that I'm going to run the ball because, I have a backup quarterback, I'm going to, got you. I'm going to throw the ball and I'm going to fool you. I'm going to outsmart you. No, my brother. And that's taking a lot of stress off of the lineman because we all know linemen will prefer to run block as opposed to pass block 10 times out of 10. Every single time. So that is simplified. That's helping everybody. That's essentially putting the whole team in a position to win, to succeed, because you're simplifying it. You're helping out your third screen at this point, your third screen quarterback, that just came in, only been here for a week and a half. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, it's easy to implement that run game. And then you can give easy throws, rollouts and all that, start implementing that RPOs. So I'm glad, let's give him credit that he did that, and hopefully he learned, and you continue to play the game this way. Because it could be all so simple if you just watch it's always take what the defense will give you. It's not only for the quarterback, that's for the offensive coordinators as well. Just take what the defense is giving you. So hopefully he learned. That was 6 runs back to back. Oh, y'all can't stop it? Okay, we'll keep running down y'all throat. And he got a touchdown out of it. The game winning touchdown. You know what I mean? So let's give him credit for that. And hopefully moving forward. But at the same time, it's the Patriots, another lower tier team. I would love for him to do this when the pressure is on, and the team that you most likely the team that you're going to rescind if you were to even, let's say go on a run and make the playoffs. Against those type of teams, we got caliber teams like that because it look like the Arizona Cardinals look like they're going to make the playoff this year. They have started hot, before, and then they tend to tail off at the end of the season. So let's see if they continue and actually make the playoffs. You got the San Francisco's on the schedule. You got Buffalo again. I don't know how the Jets are going to look, but we got them coming up, twice. So it's not going to just be these lower tier teams. Go ahead, Lou.
Tony, you brought up running the ball 6 straight times, right?
Right.
I'm going to ask you a question. When Tua Tagovailoa comes back, do you think Mike McDaniel runs the ball 6 straight times?
That'll be the question. And that's the question which would show if he has matured as a quarterback. I mean, as a play caller. And as a head coach in general. Understanding this formula worked. Because you saw that too deep for the most part when Tua is there, because at least they respect him as a pocket passer. That's even more for you to run. Forget about proving that Tua is the guy. How about putting him in a better position to succeed? How about not having him have to carry the team? Bro, that's what Buffalo did. They started to take the ball out of his hand. They went on that run last year. And we talk about the Josh Allens of the world. Perennial top 5 and might be even top 3 quarterback every year in, year out. So put your quarterback in a position to succeed. You don't gotta, let him come through when need to. You know what I'm saying? But give the defenses other things to respect. They shouldn't have to say, you know what, we're going to sit back in this cover 2 and in quarters or whatever they want to run and say, you're not going to beat us deep. Show us you could beat us underneath and running the ball. And that's
Man,
what you showed them.
That's crazy that you brought up Buffalo. Just a little side note, because I know Michael K is also in here. He's a Bills fan. And what's crazy, to your point, Tony, right? When they fired Ken Dorsey last year and they inserted Joe Brady as the new offensive coordinator, and they said, yeah, look at Crypto. You already know, man. Crypto's ready to argue semantics, man. That's all that man's ready to do. But
Grumpy, you just called me a Mexican. Shout out. I appreciate it.
yeah, I seen that. I was about to say, hey, yo, what's going on?
Yeah.
But Joe Brady, right? They loved him in Buffalo last year when they won 6 straight, and they
Shout out,
said,
Nene.
"Oh, yeah, Nene, what's good to see you." When they said Joe Brady had changed life in Buffalo. Again, now we're 5 weeks in, Tony, and if you go to Buffalo Bills spaces and you hear Bills fans talk now, they're killing Joe Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Brady's the reason that the offense looks like trash now. See, Tony, when we're having our discussions and sometimes the heated debates and stuff, and I keep coming to the standpoint of, why are we blaming Chris Greer for everything? Why are we blaming Mike McDaniel for everything? Because again, people, and it's just not a Dolphin problem. They love Joe Brady until now they don't love him, right? They loved Robert Saleh when he first got there until they didn't, right? And the simple fact is, again, take it to our team. We loved Mike McDaniel, right? McGenius. Until now, 5 games in, we don't love him. You see what I'm saying? And in all those situations, Tony, all them people we're mentioning are not, none of those people are in between those white lines on Sunday, Tony, right? So we love Joe Brady when in Buffalo, when Josh Allen is succeeding. And when Josh Allen is making all those plays and running over people, Joe Brady's the greatest. But now, Joe Brady forgot how to call a game when Josh Allen is 9 for 30 against the Houston Texans.
Right.
Now, do you want me to believe that's Joe Brady problem, or was that a Josh Allen problem?
It seemed to me like it was a Josh Allen problem to me.
And that's the whole time I'm always talking, Tony. That's where I be coming from. I'm not saying, or I'm not trying to absolve any of those guys. I'm trying to absolve Mike McDaniel or Chris Greer of any blame or fault. Of course they do. Everybody has fault. But the majority of the blame, nah, bro. The majority of the blame will always, to me, be on the players. Because, again, if the players execute, none of that other shit matters. None of those other flaws about Chris Greer matter. None of those flaws about Mike McDaniel matter. It's, again, because, again, is Mike McDaniel a problem when, Tony, you were last year, you went to the Commander game. You were sitting there in Washington.
Yes, I was.
When that offense hung 45, did Mike McDaniel look like a problem?
Not at all.
And
looked like a genius to me.
And Liam Eichenberg was already starting on that line, was he not, Tony?
Yeah, he was on that field.
Oh, okay. But no one had a problem with Liam Eichenberg or Mike McDaniel when they hung 45. Tony, you were in the building when they put up 70 against Denver, were you not?
Yes, sir. I was there.
Was Mike McDaniel a problem then?
It don't look like it. He looked like he was the next coming. The greatest,
because he was the next coming. He was the greatest offensive coordinator in the league, right? He was innovating the game. But now all of a sudden, we're not performing on the field, and now this guy forgot how to call a game. This guy don't know what he's doing now, Tony. You see what I'm saying, bro? That's all I'm saying.
I just brought it down, but is that true? They lost James Cook. I was unaware of that.
Oh shit, I didn't even see that.
Is he injured? Is that what you were saying, Benjamin? That Buffalo lost James Cook? Because if they did, that's a big difference. You know what I mean? Oh, he said, yeah. I'm wondering, I gotta check my fantasy now. And I gotta see. Okay. What I was gonna say? Yeah. So, and I'm glad you said keeping the same energy, like I said when you brought it back to Josh Allen and all that, right? And keeping the same energy. Yeah, when Mike McDaniel is when those plays are working against the bad teams, we tend to, which is why I can't um can't fault crypto for his statement. I kind of, it's fool's gold because until, and I said this after the loss to Buffalo, until they show me otherwise and they start working against the teams that we needed to work against, I'm not gonna be convinced yet. I'm gonna be supporter, but I'm gonna keep it real and I'm be like, okay, cool. Can you do it? And not just one game, not because you could go out and you could say, oh, the Buffalo game from 2 years ago. That same year they beat Baltimore Ravens, right? But I find out, right, and this is the thing with Andy Reid. This is the thing with the Patrick Mahomes of the world. This is the things with all the Kyle Shanahan. This is the thing with all of the offensive supposed to be gurus, right? That first season, you tend to, if you know what you're doing, you're gonna get over. But it's when the defenses start to figure you out and they get film on you, and then now they can prepare for the type of offense that you run. Now it's where you see if you are that guy or not, because what are your adjustments? How you're going to adjust to how they're playing you? Are you going to dictate the game, or are you going to allow them to dictate the game for you? You understand? And that's what I'm looking forward to. Cool. It looked good. So, yeah, it happened to the Buffalo that one time when we barely beat them. You understand? We was going crazy, right? And it happened against the Ravens. But last time I checked, we played both of them teams again, and that offense haven't looked the same since. It hasn't worked against those teams since. So, we got to understand that these are the type of games and the teams that it matters against. I'm not telling you not to be happy about the victories against the lower tier teams, but when people like myself, I don't judge you against the lower tier teams. I don't judge you against, because you could be the last year Washington Commanders. I don't judge you when you could be the Denver Broncos of the world. I don't judge you when be the New York Jets when they had Zach Wilson and Tim Boyle at quarterback. I don't judge you against those teams. I expect you to win those games. I judge you when you are playing the Philadelphia Eagles, playing the Kansas City Chiefs, playing the Buffalo Bills, playing the Baltimore Ravens, playing the San Francisco 49ers, which we actually played them this year as well. Those are the games and the teams that I'm going to judge you against. The team that we're going to eventually see in the playoffs. The Cincinnati Bengals of the world. Well, if they get it together. But, these are the teams that I judge you against. So, forgive me for not getting excited. Go ahead. What you say, Lou?
Tony, the San Francisco 49ers, bro, they have 2 wins on the season. They're 2-3. Mm-hmm. Just like Miami, right? Now, CMC hasn't been on the field for them. Do you think the San Francisco fans are calling to fire Kyle Shanahan?
That's a good question. Nope.
Did Kyle Shanahan forget how to coach, Tony? Because now they can't win a game with their star running back.
Yo.
So what I'm asking is, did Kyle Shanahan forget how to call plays?
No, he haven't.
Did his offense get figured out?
I don't think he have. I just.
But again, this is what we're hearing from Mike McDaniel. The fact of the matter is what I'm saying. The 49ers just ain't playing well.
They just not playing well.
People want to say about Mike McDaniel, oh, it's all his fault. Again, is it his fault that the last game or in the game against Minnesota, Brock Purdy threw 3 interceptions? Was that Kyle Shanahan's fault?
Nah.
This is what I'm saying. These are the arguments that we're hearing, though, Tony.
I mean, I get it. And sometimes you got to block out the noise. Sometimes people just say things just to say things. However, when you watch the game, you see, you got to analyze the game for what it is. Are the players, is it Kyle Shanahan all of a sudden now he's not a great play caller now? Or are the players not executing to the level that they were when the offense was clicking on all cylinders? Because these are the same players. I'm not giving you that excuse. Go ahead.
And here's another one, Tony. Here's another one real quick, right? On the 49ers. Now, when they got Christian McCaffrey, was he not an injury-prone player?
Yes, he was. Did
he not come injured from the Carolina Panthers?
Yes, he did.
Now, I'm asking the question, should John Lynch be fired? Should he be fired for going to get now again, everybody loved CMC last year when he helped that team get to the Super Bowl, right? But now, since he hasn't played a game this season, should John Lynch be fired? Because he's the one that brought in that injury-prone player. How does it work, Tony?
Yeah, hey, listen. I don't think he should be fired. I mean, I get it because that's what the fan base, they be saying, fired because they brought in the injury. Which I get what you're saying. I don't think. I just only think the difference between I only blame McDaniel for shitty purpose. Pre-conference. What is it? Pre-conference? What is that?
Press
Well,
conference. He
press
tried to say
conference. He
press
want
conference.
press conference. Okay, that has nothing to do with the players. Okay, you don't like the way he sounded on the press conference. The thing about CME and we know he did come in because I was questionable about that too. You know what I'm saying? I think they really be hopping on because it seems like every player we bring in, they tend to get injured and stuff like that. But I mean, to see himself, like he had the year he came in, he had an awesome season and he didn't even get injured. Coming off an injury, he didn't get injured. So sometimes you got to look at it from a case to case situation, and say, did he work out? Yeah. Now this season, it might, it
Yeah, but
might
they
not be
gave him
looking
they
good.
gave him a massive contract extension
They
before the season.
they did give him that master contract. So, we had that the jury ships out on that. Listen, let's be real, Lou, and if we could stay on them because we could have a lot of reference points. Well, when people try to criticize our team and the way we doing that, because last time I checked, we criticized our Greer and all them for the draft picks, right? But if Brock Purdy did not pan out, that would have been one of the worst trades in history. All that stuff
Facts.
that they gave up for Trey Lance. But you see how
Facts.
winning and players executing hides all of that.
Welcome
All
to
of
the dark side. Welcome to the dark side, Tony. That's all I've been saying, dog. That's all I've been saying.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm just trying to bro, it have to work out because this is the only way. And when I speak, I'm speaking from understanding of the aspect of where I'm looking from. I'm like, oh no, I'm coming from the outside looking in aspect. Bro, y'all gotta make this work because then everybody will have to shut up about these players y'all bringing in here. Everybody will have to shut up. And this is why I said, and why only this season where I was like, nah, girl, I'm on you, bro. Because, man, make them people perform. Or say, y'all can hit the dough. Set a precedent and say, nah, you ain't performing, get out the dough. And I just don't count not resigning to Christian Wilkins. Maybe not trying to resign the Javon Holland that they don't see or Robert Hunt when you have the opportunity to. Nah, you know what? Be like, hey, yo, listen, bro, y'all got to get this right because I need y'all to. I ain't pay y'all to eventually pan out. No, y'all got paid now, so I need you to perform now. I need to elevate this team now. You get what I'm saying? Hold them
Tony,
accountable.
Look,
If every
look right here. Hold on, real quick, right? Because CMC is a proven player.
Oh,
what has he
wow.
proven? What?
Yeah, that is true.
So he's a proven player, too, Tony. Let me ask you this: how many Super Bowls does CMC have?
0.
Thank you. Now Tyreek Hill, when he got to Miami, how many Super Bowls did he have?
You already had one in Kansas City.
Is Tyreek Hill a proven player?
Yes, he is.
Jaylen Ramsey, when he got to Miami, did he have any Super Bowl rings?
Who?
Jaylen Ramsey.
Yes, he had one in
Is Jaylen Ramsey not a proven player?
Yes, he is.
See, it's our own Dolphin fans, Tony, that they'll stick their chests out and they'll prove, oh, well, he's a proven player. We got proven players too. But our proven players in this building don't show up, but we want to hold Chris Grier a problem. He's going and getting proven players.
Right, that is true.
But them proven players in other places show up. And in here, they don't. To me, that's not a Chris Grier problem. I'm sorry. Like I don't understand. I just listen to people and it just bothers me, bro, when I read shit like this.
They starting to get at you, Lou. Hey, for all y'all that's getting that, Lou, right? Y'all do know I pinned that link in the chat. So Lou want to smoke if y'all want to come into, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it ain't for everybody, but y'all hit that link and then y'all want to talk.
They can come up here and try if they want to.
Yeah, I want to hear no excuses, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that thing is pinned up there. But what I was gonna say, well, yeah, Lou, and the thing about it is, right, they're proven players, and that part. So I'm not even gonna say,
Tony,
hey, you know what,
Crypto saying that's the wrong link.
It is. Maybe I sent the wrong one. But, let me fix it. I'll fix it for you. She said, don't tip me. Oh, you know what? I'm for the fix. Oh, you all right, Crypto. I'm tripping. You're right. I know. I'm chipping. I got y'all right now.
The problem is they can come up here and try to debate, and it's going to be the same ass weak ass arguments, and it's cool. But
You all right.
again, what
Chipping.
what I'm doing is not talking about feelings. What I'm doing is talking about facts. Again, Joe Brady was the savior in Buffalo until now, when he's not the savior, and we can use Joe Brady as the scapegoat. The problem is that when you look at it, the
Yo,
Buffalo
Dre
Bills
is
are not
wild.
performing.
Try it now. Whoever. I think I did it. Yeah, what Dre put. No, I think on the
And
YouTube.
again, nobody is saying that it is the standard. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, what are we going to have these conversations for, Tony? And this is no disrespect. I'm not shooting at nobody. I'm just saying, what kind of argument is this right here? No
Where
one
is
is
it?
saying that that's not the standard. No one is saying that.
What? I'm my bad, Lewis. I took it down. What you was talking about?
Nene, 6 years with the talent and the resources, just getting to the playoffs is not the standard. Of course it's not. But
Oh,
who in the
okay.
hell, for the last 51 minutes, have you heard me and Tony say just getting to the playoffs is the standard? When have you heard me say that?
We got a Lou. You got the first person trying to. Hey, what's crypto? What's up?
You're gonna need a lot more bullets
That's
than that. God damn it, I'm telling you right now.
Crypto. What's good,
I am
crypto?
coming up here for some law and order, goddammit.
Oh, oh Lord.
Damn.
What's happening, crypto?
Damn, what's going
Yeah,
on? Damn.
Nene, I wasn't shooting at you. I'm just saying in general, bro. Like, what are we talking about here? Eventually, and if people listen to me long enough, I'm not saying Chris Greer does not hold blame. And I'm not saying Mike McDaniel don't hold blame. But if you talking about, and crypto's up here, so I'll use the analogy in a pie chart. I'm going to give 60% of the blame to the players. I'll give 20% to Chris Greer. I'll give another 20% to Mike McDaniel in a pie chart. But 60%, the majority of the blame goes in between those players that show up in between those white lines on Sunday. And that's just what it is.
That's a fact.
That's a good division of the pie chart, Lewis. I was giving a little bit more to what you call, but yeah, that's equal. Yeah, as far as 60 on the players, I would change it between Greer and the rest of it. The other 40 divided up a little different, but I'll go with the first 60 though.
What, 60% to the players, crypto?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In that sense, yeah, 55 to 60, yeah. But the other 40, I might divide up a little bit different.
What's good, Nene? You came up and set Lewis straight.
God, dog, we can't say what I want to say on YouTube, trying to keep y'all in the monetization. But I was answering our brother in Christ, H down there, Lou. I wasn't even talking to you. I was talking to H in the comments, acting like, well, Chris Greer has done a good job. Nah, boss. You got 6 years. So this is what we going to do. You're going to go to work every day for 6 years with all these resources, all these assets, and you're going to come back to me every year with the same benchmark of failure. You know what got to happen at that point? Some changes got to be made, okay? And I know you hate this narrative, but I am not in the business of hiring people, keeping them on staff, and then blaming the doggone employees. It don't work like that in business. It don't. Give me a job where you can consistently hire the help. The help ain't doing the job, but you giving them raises, you giving them bonuses, you giving them extensions. At this particular junction of the issue, right, now becomes your responsibility because you reing them up. You're bringing them back. If everything you say is true, they rub cats, they slide off the slides. Okay, well, that particular front office continues to say, you know what, you do all of that, but I'm gonna give you 30,000, give you 30 more million. I'm gonna give you 4 more years. I'm gonna give you 3 more years. So at this point, I always see it, Lou, and I don't know the why to this, but whenever we say Chris Greer, is always, I hear you, but what about? No, that's got to stop because he is a part of the rehiring process for Tyreek, for Tua, for all these people that people been complaining about during this losing streak, right? There's a common denominator. These employees do not rehire themselves. So at some point, you got to hold toes and feet to the fire. And I land there.
Exactly, right? But see, we could just go by names that we all heard, right? All I'm saying is let's stay on the quarterbacks, right? Let's say we would have brought Russell Wilson in. A lot of people said bring him in just as competition. Okay, now he's hurt now. Let's assume we bring Russell Wilson in, right? And now he's wearing a Dolphin uniform, but he hasn't seen the field yet, even with Tua being out because he's injured. Is that a Chris Greer problem, Nene?
It's still on him because you want to know why?
But
At the end of the day,
no.
I just said it's still on him. I cannot blame the employees.
Take money.
I cannot blame the employees for how they were hired. It still goes back to that, Lou. I don't care how you try to spin it. You're hired. Like, here's the point. The fact you didn't do your job, you still have to go and redo your job. Ask yourself if they would have went and got a Tyler Huntley when they should have went and got him. This man wouldn't have to hurry up and get in the building and try to learn plays when he probably should have been here maybe 1 or 2 months earlier. That still goes on the front office. But what they did is they have like some of these fans in this fan base, they have one little stubborn little plan of for one person. And then when the walls of Jericho start falling, then and still some people are not holding accountable. The people are making the decisions.
Again, we can hold them accountable. The simple fact is, though, Nene, and again, you know how we do. This is no disrespect.
Oh, no, I'm not offended.
Again, the way you answered was a straight cop-out. Because the simple fact is, you were one of the ones, Nene, saying, let's bring in Russell Wilson. And I'm giving you, if that was the case, right? Now, you said you would bring in Russell Wilson. If we did, and he was hurt, the same situation where Pittsburgh picked him up and everybody said, what a great move. Okay, cool. He can't even get on the field because he's hurt. I asked you, Nene, would that be a Chris Greer problem? And you said yes. So what I'm asking you, Nene, is it a Nene problem? Because you wanted him here.
Right, but what I'm saying, Lou,
you Nene, for wanting him here, Nene? Would I blame you?
Now, here's the other thing. I like the example. Was he injured when he came to Pittsburgh? Don't leave that out, brother. Did they get him knowing that he was injured? Because now it's easy, hindsight is 2020. It's easy to bring up his injury now or if it came after Pittsburgh. But when he was in open market, was he injured?
And when he was in the open market, he wasn't playing well.
But my whole point is, if we're going to use the evidence as the substantiating part of your argument is that he's injured, right? That's not even the big issue for me. The fact of the matter is, Lou, we've been on these platforms about a good year. And I've said it countless times, damn it, get somebody else in that quarterback room. Skylar Thompson's not good enough. Mike White is not good enough. And guess what we were told? We don't do that. You don't bring in another person because they're the competition. No other team does that. But I said no other team has the situation with their quarterback health concerns like the Miami Dolphins.
I was also told that Skylar Thompson never got his opportunity. Now, I was also told that with a week, maybe 2 weeks of starting reps with the number one, Skylar Thompson was better than our QB1. I was told that, so we can keep playing the game.
I knew personally. If we've been paying attention to Skylar Thompson, I'm not. Listen, you're not talking to Pete. You're talking to Nene. I've been said for the competition. There
was a lot of people though.
Well, I ain't a lot of people. I'm only speaking for these 6 words. Nay, with the slash that's 7. I said, and people killed me in the community, that those 2 gentlemen that y'all have as backups are not good enough. And I was told that has to happen because Tua has to have his confidence. Flash, get out of there. Now you got me yelling at the dog. Tua doesn't need a distraction in the locker room. He needs to know that he is loved. He needs to know that he's a man. So when he looks in the mirror, he don't question himself that the organization, if you bring in another quarterback, then he's going to feel a certain type of way. You heard that also in the community, didn't you? That no other team does that. No other team, even though that's a bold-faced lie, because look at Green Bay Packers, look at the Atlanta Falcons. They'll go ahead and bring a couple of guys in that quarterback room based off of their situation. You and I know who are being honest. I ain't talking about these riffraffs that we need to break in half that's so biased to Tua. Like they act like this man ain't been injured since high school. That if he would have took
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a
sure.
question. Do you think Kyle Shanahan's offense has been figured out in San Francisco? Do you believe that?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So you
Absolutely.
believe his offense has been figured out? That's what you believe?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. What's the evidence of why you think his offense has been figured out?
Well, I know you ain't gonna like this name. Brian Flores been figuring out all of them coaches that run their offense.
Well, again, that's fine. But the 49ers have played 5 games. They're 2-3, and he hasn't played Brian Flores for 5 straight weeks. So what I'm asking you is, has Kyle Shanahan and the 49er offense been figured out?
Yes, every offense, every defense. If you get enough film,
why do you why do you think it's been figured out?
Because at anything, Lou, and you've been watching ball for a long time, and you study film yourself. After a while, when that film gets out, it's only a matter of time before people make adjustments. Now, if you want to have that conversation about Mike McDaniel, let's have that another day in terms of him not adjusting to being figured out. But I'm pretty sure those other offenses have variations, or they would go to something different if they know something isn't working. They're not going to.
So you don't think? So you don't think that maybe a problem in San Francisco is one of their star offensive players has not hit the field this season?
Yes. Listen, anything that just relies on a certain
Are you talking about Debo Lewis?
I'm talking about Debo. I'm talking about CMC.
That's how he played.
I'm talking about Christian McCaffrey that hasn't played this season. I'm asking. That's what the 49ers have based their offense around, right? Because our argument is this offense is based around Tua. Okay, cool. So if Tua's out, of course, this offense is not going to look the same. But what I hear from people is this offense has been figured out. So that's why I'm posing the question. The 49ers offense, y'all can believe it's Deebo Samuel, and y'all can believe it's Brandon Ayuk. That offense is built around CMC. And now that CMC is not hitting the field and they're 2-3, I just want to know, is the 49ers been figured out? Is Kyle Shanahan now a bad coordinator because he can't win with the guy that has been built around his offense? I'm asking the question.
Well, I answered it, but Tony, can you highlight that comment? Because I love addressing weirdos. Put that Daniel Taylor comment up there, please. Self-confidence is an important thing for anyone in sport, especially a woman. I love these type of people.
Hey,
I love putting this.
It's more nuanced than that, Lewis. I will answer that question.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Lewis, who is this guy to QB3? Who that is?
That's me, nigga.
That's Dre.
Okay. God, dog. Jay, so you come up and you just dropped the N-bomb? Which comment you want?
Oh, my bad.
Is our brother and that right there.
I got it right there.
Yeah, Lewis, I need your good hurricane voice to read that out for me. Because, see, this is the nonsense that I'm talking about. How did you feel about when Tua
Hey, man, don't
said...
pick on my dog, Daniel.
No, because he shouldn't have put my name on there. Now, I don't know if you come in here to be his defense, but we don't need Johnny Cochran up here. He pressed send.
Oh, then Daniel was a little different, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. That's the brother that...
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay. I would put my gun back in the holster, but
Nene, you a goddamn fool, Nene. You a goddamn fool.
I'm sorry. I had to think about the name. Thank you for that. But you get my whole
kid
point.
Gloves, Nene, kid gloves.
Look, but Lou, you know, and you said this on this because I know you love football. Even if it's figured out, you still got to go out there and play ball. You still got to figure out how to service your quarterback and their skill set. You just can't have a scheme just for one person that you already know if the wind blows a certain kind of way, you're going to lose the offensive line in Teron Armstead. And if he takes a certain hit a certain kind of way, you may not see him for 4 weeks. You cannot manage like that. And that's where I have to say Greer then does have to micromanage Mike McDaniel because he's in charge of him. Like, hey, bud, hey, broski, however they talk to each other with their hands in their pocket and hats on with suits. Hey, you got to figure this out. This brother ain't going to be here for more than 21 days. We still got 3, 4, 5 games to play. You got to come up with something that serves the people that you have. But you also have to prepare yourself for that moment. You can't go in and say and I do believe, hey, they went in on tour, but you still got to have a plan B. And we get exposed. Like, let's be honest, if that's not the Patriots, we probably don't have a win.
And I agree, and I agree with all that. What I'm at, let me frame the question this way: what's the backup plan or the plan B that you're calling? What's the plan B in San Francisco?
Well, I know they have a defense that can hold them.
No. Again, what's the plan B in Buffalo?
What's going on in Buffalo right now? I don't be paying them folks no money.
He's talking about from a quarterback standpoint.
We're talking about from a quarterback standpoint. What's the plan B in Kansas City?
Oh, well, you already know. Patrick Mahomes go out, you're not going to have those crazy plays like that.
If Josh Allen goes out, the season's over. If Patrick Mahomes goes out, the season's over. If Brock Purdy goes out, the season's over. Hell, if Baker Mayfield goes out, the Tampa Bay season is over. So when I hear again, well, the Miami Dolphins should have had a plan B, I'm just sorry. I'm going to break some news for people in the NFL. If you lose your starting quarterback, there is no plan B.
Well, I disagree. I disagree because
for most of the time, but not for all teams.
I want to say it's over, but it's damn near over. I mean, their season is slim to none, I would say, because
I agree, Shake. I agree, bro. What I'm trying to explain to people, right? So in Kansas City, the expectation is what? Super Bowls, right? Is that not the Super Bowls in Kansas City? Okay, cool. If Patrick Mahomes is out, their season is over because with a plan B, they're not winning the Super Bowl.
So Lewis, I halfway agree with both sides.
Can I answer that? Because I can give you two examples where the devil is a liar, so are you in that. Because I remember a team that created a dynasty off a backup quarterback. Probably one of the greatest quarterbacks to play this game. Do you remember that there was a guy named Drew Bledsoe? That if you want to put that out there, let's think of another person that had this, that played us. We never hear of Brock Purdy if Jimmy Garoppolo, and this man went to a Super Bowl. So you know it's nuances to this conversation.
And that is perfectly fine. And you said
technically Brady was a backup quarterback.
And you just said and what you just said, Nene, is right. You came up with those two right off the top of your head. I'm gonna give you the rest of the night, tomorrow, the next day, and years after that to show me the other one. Because you can bring up two anonymously. The fact of the matter is the NFL.
Billy, they won a Super Bowl with Nick Foles, Lewis.
Yeah, okay, so there's three.
The other one.
There's three. Okay, cool.
What about the Washington Redskins when the first black quarterback to win the Super Bowl? He was a backup.
Doug Williams. Okay,
Doug Williams, 4.
Yeah. There's 4. I'll give you the Giants in 1990.
Mostly in the 90s is when it happened. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For the most part,
5.
it's always the 90s. Yeah.
But listen, one thing, Lewis, I do want to point out is that with Kansas City is different because of the coaching. But yeah, I agree with for instance.
Wait.
If Joe Burrow is out, then yeah, their season's over. But I think with Kansas City, I think their defense is great now, and they didn't put up a lot of points last year. So I would say with Kansas City, they still have hope.
It depends. Is Patrick Mahomes out for a few games or is he out for the season? If he's out for the season, it's over. I'm sorry.
Well,
because they're only going to win 7 games or 8 games, right? You're right.
I disagree with if he missed it. They got Carson Wentz as a backup. He's a former first round, number 1 overall pick.
Wentz is their backup? Oh, well, then the season's not over.
I don't understand this notion. See, the thing about it is, I get it. Majority of the teams, right?
I don't know Carson.
Majority of the teams, if their starting quarterback go out, most likely the season is over with. This the only thing that I got pushed back on our team, right? It's our quarterback situation. This guy is proven to get injured for the most part of his career. So you have to have a Carson Wentz behind him. You have to have a Joe Flacco behind him. You have to have someone that could come in that have been established and proven that they could win games in the NFL based on our situation. We can't just, say, well, the rest of the teams, if their quarterback goes out, then their season is messed up. Well, let's not be like the rest of the teams. Let's be better than them. Let's be the ones that have a backup quarterback, that if our starting quarterback goes out, then we have confidence that he can at least give us a 500 season, finish and get to the playoffs.
I just want to know, right, before I keep going into these conversations, because I swear Y'all gonna kill me one day. I'm getting too damn old with this goddamn blood pressure of mine. Y'all gonna get me one day. Are y'all talking about Carson Wentz? That's what y'all talking about, right? That he's gonna come in here and
the former MVP conversation, man. He's in MVP conversation.
He said at
last time he was a
Kansas
starter.
City. That's the backup in Kansas City.
Right. So you mean to tell me
you gonna tell me if
Carson Wentz is going? Bro, let me tell you something about Carson Wentz. The man had 11 games where, to Crypto's point, he was in MVP conversation. Besides that 11 games, his NFL career has been trash.
Because of injury.
But again, okay, cool. We'll call it whatever it is. He had 11 games of MVP play. Other than that, he is trash.
No, he's not trash. You can't.
And
say
he's sitting behind a perennial MVP.
Because they get
that means
injured.
he's learning from Mahomes.
Stop.
Hey, you don't like the experience of sitting behind the greatest quarterback that probably played the game? You don't think that helps out?
And you can't call him trash just because you don't like. He's not playing trash. He just can't stay on the field.
First of all, when he went to Washington as a starter, was he trash?
He wasn't playing to his
when he came back to Philadelphia after that MVP season. Remember, he only started a couple more games for him after they gave him a contract extension and they drafted Jalen Hurts and they replaced him with Jalen Hurts. When he came back to Philadelphia after the MVP performance, was he being trash?
No, he got injured.
No, Jalen Hurts outplayed him.
Again, but he's a future he was a future MVP, Crypto.
No, for that one.
The rookie coming in, outplaying him, Crypto.
I don't know. Ask Jalen Hurts. I don't know.
But you got to think about it. You got to think about this. You got to think about the situation here, right? He's over there with Andy Reid. If you're gonna tell me that Andy Reid is not going to get the best out of him, that he can't, I just don't think that their season will be over because they have a former first-round pick as the backup quarterback. I think Andy Reid could do wonders with that guy. That's all I'm saying.
You're absolutely right. You know what this sounds like?
Yeah,
Tony?
he did it with Alex.
You remember this playoff game, Tony, where Patrick Mahomes got injured. Our very own Chad Henne came into the game. Chad Henne went 99 yards and scored a touchdown for the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes came back into the game. They obviously won. They won the Super Bowl. The story continues, right? You know what people told me, Tony? Well, if Chad Henne was in the game, they would have won that game. Have you lost your motherfucking mind? Have you just because you've seen him one drive, you want to come out here? Now Chad Henne is the next Carson Wentz, right? He was going to work
90-yard drive, Lewis. You can't hate on him. That was a key drive, man.
The fact
90
of the
yards
matter is all these backup plans people be talking about, stop. There is no backup plans.
There is. You have to have a backup plan without situation. It's inexcusable to not have one.
Plan, and again, our backup plan was Skylar Thompson, a guy that's been in this offense for 3 years. A guy that's been in the offense for 3 years is not a backup plan?
No, he's been trash for 3 years. That's who was trash.
And again,
that's who was trash.
And perfectly fine. This is why when I talk, people need to listen. Carson Wentz has been trash.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. Listen, listen, Lewis. Why do you always bundle people in the same? Right. Let me tell you the difference between Carson Wentz. You already said
what I'm doing.
You already said he was playing for at least 11 games, playing on the MVP caliber performance, right? Skylar Thompson have never did that. The Joe Flacco was a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Skylar Thompson is nowhere near that. You know what I'm saying? So these are the type of people that you can at least go out and try to find to be on your back up to your quarterback. So when he go down, you have a comparable and a competent backup, bro. Especially when you're one that is in the front is constantly injured. You can't tell me that there's everybody that's a backup player is trash. That's not true.
Hey, Tony, let me ask you this. Listen to what Crypto just said, right? This is the first and only time that Crypto says something and it wasn't loud. It was low. Crypto said you got to have somebody that wins 9 games for you. That's what Crypto said. Now, Tony, I'm just going to ask you, coming into the season, what was your opinion or thoughts about the overall aspect of the Miami Dolphins?
Far as wins or
what the expectation was in your mind for the Miami Dolphins entering 2024?
I thought we would win 12-5, but I thought our bottom would be 11-6. And
cool. And did you think it was coming with playoff wins this year, Tony?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be at least
Thank
one
you.
if we win a division. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So when I tell you the season's over, it's over because my expectations was Super Bowls. My expectations was AFC championships. Now, the plan B for crypto is just get a guy that has 9 wins. You know what that means to me?
That's not
When
plan
I
B. I'm
hear
just saying he'll give
when
you that.
when
Because
I
you get
hear
make
9
playoffs, you can still win with
again,
them.
again, cool. You know what I hear when I hear 9 wins? We're missing out on Cam Ward.
Mm.
You know what I hear when we get 9 wins? We're missing on Jaylen Milroe. You know what I hear when I hear 9 wins? We're missing on any of these starting 5 quarterbacks or top 5 quarterbacks that everybody wants to go get. That's what we're doing with 9 wins. So don't sit here and tell me that the season is not over. The season for the Miami Dolphins and the expectations, it's over. And you can bring in Carson Wentz. You can bring in Russell Wilson. You can bring down Jesus fucking Christ if you want to. The season was over.
So you just want the bottom to
I don't
fall
know
out.
about that.
I want my expectations. That's what I want.
No, I'm talking about if you get a backup quarterback. You want it
Lewis,
to be like
I get what you're saying,
plummet
but
after the starter go down.
I get what you're saying, though, right? But just because, so this is the thing I probably, not probably, what I don't like about your argument is, listen, get your starting quarterback and don't worry about your backup quarterback because your season over because that's how it is in the league. That is not true. What you do is you get you a comparable quarterback and at least one that can be competent in his offense, and then you might end up with a Brock Purdy. You might end up with a Nick Foles situation. You might end up with a Joe Flacco situation, a team that he at least got his team to the playoffs. And once you get in the playoffs, baby, anything can happen. So the only problem I have is you're like, bro, forget about a backup plan because no matter who you are in the league, when your starting quarterback goes down, the season is over. I'm not subscribing to that notion. That's not, no. You got to have somebody that come in that maybe can outplay your starter. He just didn't get an opportunity, i.e. about Purdy. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy Garoppolo was a backup in New England before he became a Super Bowl going to a NFC championship quarterback. He was drafted behind Tom Brady. So I don't want to live on this notion. You get what I'm saying? Don't forget that year that they won 11-5, bro. They had what it was, Matt Castle that won them 11-5 and we won that division with a backup quarterback. They were one game away from winning the division with a backup quarterback.
And y'all bring up all these success stories, right? You bring up the Joe Flaccos of the world winning Super Bowls and shit like that. Joe Flacco came in as a backup plan B last year with the #1 defense overall.
And they still went to the playoffs.
They went to the playoffs. What happened in the playoffs?
They lost to Houston.
That's all I know. We talk
okay,
about,
but when you got in there, if they would have beat Houston.
Again, the simple fact is expectations is season is over. Y'all can paint the picture of
Nick Foles went in for Carson Wentz and they still won the Super Bowl.
And
Tom Brady went in for Drew Bledsoe and they won multiple Super Bowls.
Absolutely. And you're talking about all the success stories. So
no. I'm talking about teams that have comparable backups that if your season is not lost, you have a chance and an opportunity to still meet your goal. Not just be like, forget it.
Absolutely right. And you're talking about those teams with good backup plans that can succeed. Let me highlight the teams that have backup plans that did it. The Baltimore Ravens with Tyler Huntley. They made it to the playoffs. Did they win it?
No.
So again, we can do this give and take bullshit, Tony. You can highlight the good ones,
not.
and I can highlight the bad ones, but I guarantee you in that scenario, I'm going to be able to tell my story a lot longer than you're going to be able to tell yours.
You know why you're going to right, and I'm not saying that. The only problem and the flaw that I'm pointing out in your scenario is forget about the people that had at least the mindset to say we need somebody behind our quarterback because they was able to get it done. You're acting like no matter what you do, your season is over. And I'm like, no, based on these select few of teams that at least had a comparable backup, that their season wasn't an end. It wasn't a failure. And even if you don't, for the most part, right, you don't let's say win the Super Bowl, because everybody's not going to win the Super Bowl, right? But I'm not going to go around with this notion, forget about a backup plan, because majority of the teams in the NFL, their season is over with. No, I don't want to be the majority of the team that season is over with. I want to be that select few that understand that with a backup, a comparable backup, you still have an opportunity to possibly get to a Super Bowl and possibly win it. That's Tony, all I'm saying.
Hey, Tony, let me ask you a question. if a possible whoever, and y'all can name the quarterback. I don't care who y'all want to put in this scenario. Let's say we had one of them plan Bs like y'all talking about. And let's say the Miami Dolphins, to y'all's point, they won 9-10 games and they got into the playoffs.
I don't know about 9-10
right?
games.
Okay, cool. I'm just saying it for the people that's out there. And let's say they lose in the playoffs. Does that save Mike McDaniel's job?
If they lose what? The first game?
No. In the playoffs. Yes. If they lose,
if we win the
if
playoff
they
game,
make the playoff, if again, I'm conceding everything y'all want. Y'all wanted a plan B, backup plan, whatever it is for the quarterback.
Yeah,
if y'all got that in real life,
yeah.
and the Dolphins made the playoffs, and in wild card weekend they lost, is Mike McDaniel safe?
With a backup quarterback? Yeah.
Backup, yes.
Yes.
It all depends on how we competed in that game.
Is Chris Greer safe?
Unfortunately, it all depends on how we played.
For the most part, yeah, he would. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
See if y'all were,
let me tell you why. Give you a reason why. Because you know what that means? For all you people that says, oh, this offense and this team is built specifically around Tua, that was essentially in that narrative because they won with not only a backup quarterback, a quarterback that wasn't even on his roster to begin with, and you was able to get the job done with that. That means if I give you a comparable a quarterback, right? A quarterback that can stay healthy and a quarterback that don't fold, right? Then you could get the job done because you had essentially showed me that with a quarterback that wasn't even on his roster. So then it shifts all of the guess what? It's just everything on Tua. Okay, Tua probably was the problem the whole time. If you could win with someone else.
Does this hold?
It will at that point.
Does this hold in the scenario?
That's what I'm saying at that point.
Does this hold up in the scenario in just a 3-game sample size? I'm just asking the question. Because
it's in the sample size that you gave me if they go to the playoffs.
Okay, cool.
We are 2-3. And if we make the playoffs, starting off this with a Tyler Huntley at quarterback, you most if I'm the GM, he do. It was Tua this whole time. But you out of here. We got you out. McDaniel, pick your quarterback. Let me know who you want. You run this team how you want.
What I'm saying is, Tony,
Tua
is not coming back until, and again, I don't know if he's coming back or not. I'm just saying he's predicted to come back for Arizona. We have one more game before that game, Tony. What I'm asking is, right? Let's say Tyler Huntley and the 3-game sample size that he had to play for our injured quarterback, he's 2-1. And now we're 3-3, right? A winning record from our backup quarterback. And now all of a sudden Tua comes back, and let's say, for the sake of argument, Tua doesn't get hurt no more, and the Dolphins go to the playoffs. Does that say Chris Greer's job? Because again, his backup plan, the guy that he brought in, served and was above 500 in the 3 games that he had to play, and help us get into the playoffs, right? Because that 2-1 record would go for Tyler Huntley, a backup plan to get us into the playoffs. Are you giving Chris Greer credit for that?
That's no, because that's not the.
So now it's no. You see what I'm saying?
No, hold on, wait, no. You can't. Now you listen to what I'm saying. Don't switch because that's 2 different scenarios. We already see if Tua and they do the same thing with Tua, that's not the same thing as you're taking a backup quarterback and going to the playoff without Tua.
Is Tyler Huntley a backup plan? Yes or no?
No, Lewis.
So he's not a plan B?
No.
Are you crazy?
No, are you crazy? He wasn't even on the team. How's that the plan B? He wasn't even a COB.
Like a last resort thing, Lewis.
What you talking about, Tony?
But that's not your plan B, Lewis. That is essentially now we're on plan B.
I ain't trying to hear none of that shit.
Lewis, do you not understand what you're saying? Our plan A was Tua. Our plan B.
Well, I'm asking.
Hold on. No. I'm going to tell you what you're saying that don't make sense. Our plan B was Tua. I mean, A was Tua. Our plan B was Skylar Thompson. Our plan C was what the dude we just got up out of here. God dog it.
Mike White.
No, the dude from the Jets. Tim Boyle. That was plan C. Skylar Hunter essentially is our plan D, my brother. That's not plan B. Well, and if you tell me you take a plan D player and go to the playoffs and lose,
then let me tell you right now. That even makes my argument even better.
How? It makes your argument makes no sense.
Because Chris Greer found a plan D and got a 2-1 record out of that dude and made it to the playoffs. And a plan D What you talking about?
That's
that was
not
a broken clock being
Lewis,
right
that
twice
don't
a day,
make no
Lewis.
sense how you present. Like, do you not understand sometimes when you present your argument, it makes completely no sense? That's not the same scenario.
No. I know the people I present my arguments don't know a motherfucking thing. That's what I know.
That's a broken clock, Lewis.
How, Lewis?
Being right twice a day,
You
Lewis.
just changed a scenario from a coach getting a quarterback that wasn't even on his team initially, and taking you all the way to the playoffs with that quarterback, the plan D quarterback, and then you gonna make it seem like the same thing if your starting quarterback comes in and essentially do the same thing he's been doing for the same 3 years. That's not the same scenario. We know Tua is capable of coming in here and at least getting you.
Do you give credit to the Cleveland Browns general manager last year for getting that team into the playoffs?
Yes, because they needed the backup, took them all the way there. They started, didn't come back.
Wait. I'm going to stop you right there. You just said you can't give Chris Greer credit because the plan D wasn't
No,
even
I
on
did
this
not.
roster.
Oh, my God. You cannot be.
Is that what you just said?
No, it's not. I said it's different.
To yourself?
Lewis, let me say it slowly so you can understand. The backup quarterback has to take you the rest of the way. Not he win 2 games and then your starter come back in and you do the same thing. That's not the same scenario. How you don't understand that? Joe Flacco took them the rest of the way. They started, didn't come back.
Now you done now?
Yes, I am, sir.
All right, cool. Joe Flacco wasn't on the team, and he played, I think it was 3 games before the playoffs. That's where he started. He wasn't on the Cleveland Browns. He wasn't the Cleveland. He led them all the way. He led them what? To 3 games before the playoffs? So he led them to 3 games. Is that what you're trying to tell me? He led them to 3 games?
Did that quarterback win games, right? The big time games.
Is Tyler Huntley winning games?
Are you gonna let me finish? Go finish your statement so I can finish.
I'm just trying to see what we're talking about.
I am. So that's why I'm gonna let you finish it. Then I'll tell you what I'm talking
about. Go ahead, Tony. Go ahead.
Okay. Did the difference is what your scenario that you presenting is Joe Flacco them needed those games, the big time games that our star quarterback have proven that he cannot win them games regardless of who the teams are. Joe Flacco went in there with their coach went in there with Joe Flacco and won those games to get them in the playoff. Albeit, however, he did that. That's still with a backup quarterback. His starting quarterback didn't come in and say, you know what, you won 1 or 2 games and I'm going to finish it off at the end. You get what I'm saying? And they got him in because they needed to win them games. And you can't tell me that that's the same scenario as your starter going out and then you coming in and then your starter doing the same thing. That's the part that you keep missing out. Your starter has already proven that
to make the playoffs. And again, that's fine. I'm not even talking about anything you're talking about. I'm talking about if the Dolphins make the playoffs this season, if Tyler Huntley goes 2-1, are we going to need those 2 wins to get into the playoffs? Yes or no?
It depends on the scenario, how it plays out the end.
Okay, all right.
It literally does, bro. It playoffs, like the difference, because you could, okay, you know what? I'm glad you said that, right? So let me ask you a question, because now you got to keep the same energy. Are games in in September and October when we know, we sit in time, are they as important than when you get in the late games with this team that always fold? Always fold. Are they, you trying to tell me you hold the same level of weight to those games that's in December and January as in September and October? That's what you're telling me now?
Well, again, the proof is only in the pudding.
Tony, I'm asking you, though. I don't want to hear about no pudding.
Again, I'm going to tell you. Now, week 2 of the season, that just happened. That was in September, right, Tony?
Yes.
Against Buffalo, was it not, Tony?
Yes.
Did me and you not preach how big of a game that was, Tony, in the middle of September, week 2?
Why did we preach that?
So every game matters.
No. Why did we preach that, Lewis? Because that is the type.
Buffalo.
Exactly,
Yeah,
because the team that we was playing, because our starting quarterback has yet to prove to us that he could beat those type of teams, right, on a consistent basis. Now, let's switch it so you understand the difference. If Mike McDaniel won that game, with a Tyler Huntley, then you say, oh no, that's different. Because now if Tua come back, you're like, hold on, bro. You couldn't even get that done with your starter, but you have brought Tyler Huntley in and you was able to coach that man to a victory, because those the games that the quarterback that we have as number one can't seem to win. Now, let's say he do that against the Buffalo Bills, right? And Tua miss another game somewhere down the line, and he come back and he be like a San Francisco 49er that's in the playoffs, and he beat Buffalo again at home. Those 3 games essentially are way more than if he could just come in here and beat the Seattle. He could beat the Indianapolis Colts, and he could beat the Patriots. That's not the same.
Nobody's arguing that though.
But
I'm trying to figure out what the hell the point is here.
Because you said, right, you're trying to make emphasis just because I don't matter what 2 games he win, long as he go 2-1. It don't work like that, Lewis. You don't go 2-1 against the Patriots.
No. See, that's where you're wrong. See,
what you said.
Again, again, see, no, this is where you're wrong. See, in the NBA, you got 82 games.
Oh my God.
See, in the NHL, you got 82 games. In baseball, you got 162 games. We see people in baseball go on a 2-week losing streak, 3-week losing streak. All of a sudden, 3 weeks later, they're in first place of their division because there's 162 games, so games don't matter. See, I think we're getting a difference of the big games narrative only matter in the middle of December. No.
I didn't say that. That's why I said no. Stop, Lewis, because I gave you Buffalo. That's at the beginning of the season. I gave you Buffalo.
So again, I don't care who the team is against. You got to win.
That's your problem.
Because you only have 17 games, bro. If you lose 4 or 5 games in the NFL season, you're virtually done. It's over. So this narrative that again, we got to get over the hump in December or what. Lewis keeps moving the goalposts. Again, we got some slow people in the chat. I'm glad the
people in the chat is realizing how you keep moving the goalposts. That's not your original argument. That is not.
Bro, what you're bringing up now, I'm not even talking about. Tony, what are you talking about?
Lewis, you gave me that scenario. I answered your question when the difference. I stopped you and said, hold on, let me explain the difference between what you just said, not what I brought up. You brought up that scenario. You asked me, I'm telling you, if Tyler
Huntley goes 2-1,
right?
Does that matter if the Dolphins make the playoffs? Are we going to look back at them 2 games and say, hey, those 2 games helped us get into the playoffs? It's just a yes or no question.
No, but that wasn't what you said. You
that
said
is what I said.
Can I? All right. Well, let me explain to you what it sounded like you said. Is that you said saving Mike McDaniel and Chris Greer job by winning them games, not help us get in the playoffs. You started off if he wins 2-1 with Tyler Huntley, and that's going to help us get in the playoffs, right? Would that save their jobs? And I said, no. Let me explain you why. Just because he was them 2-1, it's not going to save their job. But let me explain to you how it would save their job. That's what the original argument was. You just kept shooting the goalpost that you don't remember what the goalpost.
No, the goalpost is y'all keep saying that the general manager's job, right, and where y'all giving all this praise to other teams is because they went and got a plan B, C, and obviously D, right, in our case scenario. And all I'm saying is our plan D would have went in a 3-game stretch 2-1. That's above 500. And to the point that if the Dolphins make the playoffs, did that plan D that the general manager brought in here, did that help the general manager and the team that he oversees, did it help him make the playoffs? And y'all said no.
No. You said do that save their jobs. Now, if you said, well, let me stop. I thought you was continuing to say it, which I think everybody in the chat said. We was talking about saving Mike McDaniel and Chris Greer job, not just making the playoffs. You made the scenario of us making the playoff with a backup quarterback saving his job. And I'm like, the backup quarterback? Yes, because then that essentially push all of the ownership and all the criticism goes to Tua. And they could look at it and say, well, you did all that, right? And you did all that with a backup quarterback, and Tua couldn't get the job done, which tells me that if you got to the playoffs and the same thing with a plan D, the whole problem this time was Tua, not you. Because you coaching a guy up that wasn't even on this team and wasn't even part of the plan, and you got him to get you to the playoffs. Now I say that will have me as the general manager and the owner and say, hold on, pick your quarterback. I seen you do that with Tyler Huntley, which have a different skill set than Tua. Okay, pick your quarterback. And I should see how you get done with that quarterback you choose. That is the difference what I was saying in Tyler Huntley getting us to the playoffs. And if Tua comes back, because if Tua comes back, it doesn't change nothing if we just go to the playoffs and lose, because we seen Tua this the whole time. And we understand how he folds every time in big games and he folds in the playoffs. But if you do this with a backup quarterback, we like, well, where do you get a competent quarterback that you choose and that you think could run your offense, right? Then I say, let's see how you do with that. That'll give me more confidence to say it was the quarterback, not the coaching the whole time. That's the only difference I was trying to show you, how winning with a backup could save Chris Greer and Mike McDaniel job, as opposed to Tua coming back in and we just going to the playoffs and lose. No, that's the same thing we see for the past 3 years.
Now, Tony, my question to you is, I agree with the statement, but what do you think is Ross' true return on investment on what this team does or doesn't do? Because that's the number one question. At the end of the day, Boss Ross is the one that makes the decisions.
Right.
He can ultimately outweigh Aloysius, McDaniel, Tom, Brandon, Ronnie, Ricky, and Mike.
Right.
So I'm curious as to, given the circumstances, which I think Aloysius does a great job with buying time. He is a master of deception, of getting more time in that seat. So I wonder what this would come down to for Ross as to what's his end state of this team with Tua's injury and his return. Because I do believe Tua is coming back. So do you think that if we get to the playoffs and lose, that everybody is still safe? If they're going to have a built-in caveat?
You got something in your background? I came out the echo. Okay, it's gone. No, if that'll be the same. If Tua come back and we just get to the playoffs and we lose, that's the same scenario. No, I don't think that. That's for me. I don't think that none of their jobs will be safe, because it's 3 years of the same outcome. And not only is it the same outcome, but this dude actually got injured again. And we know any given Sunday, this dude could probably be gone. And we know, even if they allow him back this season, the very next time, this is when I'll swing over and be like, you know what, I'm on Lewis' side with this when I agree with him. I don't think the NFL will even allow them to give an opportunity to come back on this field. So no, I'm not taking that big of a risk for a guy that showed me the only thing he know how to do is get to the playoffs and lose. That's just me, how I think Stephen.
No, Rodgers. I just wonder, so McDaniel, let's say for instance we do Huntley wins another game. Does that save McDaniel that, you know what, he just needed the time to make a mistake and learn from it? I think he could save his job. Yeah. I think he could save his job as bad as it's looked, honestly.
But only for one game, or you mean throughout the season? Because if after he win, let's just say one more game. Let's say he win the next game. When we come back off bye week, we play Indianapolis Colts, right? We play Indianapolis. Right.
Right.
You saying if we win Indianapolis, right, and then after that game, Tua comes back and we go to the playoffs and we lose? That's what you're saying? That's the scenario?
Yeah, because to me,
I don't think that saved Mike McDaniel's job. No.
I think, but see, I'm just curious because we've all had different ideas on what Ross' true initiative it is with this particular team. A lot of people feel like the Dolphins is just his side piece, and he's more concerned with his real estate and the F1, given that I guess he's direct quoted that he makes more money with F1 and other events that he used in that stadium versus the Dolphins is like maybe fourth or fifth. Like, I just wonder what his goals on his return of investment. It wouldn't shock me, and it's going to hurt to say if no change will be made. If they will still sit in that conference and say, well, we had some bumps and bruises, but we overcame, but we still want to give this a shot. It would not surprise me, because it all depends on what Ross truly wants for this organization. Now, I could see them finally drafting a quarterback. I think that's more feasible than anything else, but it would not surprise me if nothing changes outside of drafting a quarterback in the draft.
Well, you know what, Nene, in that aspect, listen, I don't trust this front office for nothing in the world. Now, my scenario is, I don't think it should save that. From me as a fan and looking at this, I don't care what a game or two here. Plus, it gets the lower tier. Let's be real. The Patriots, they're in the same situation we are. We are way more talented than them. You know what I'm saying? Their quarterbacks are horrible. When we go up there to the Colts, they not playing a starting quarterback. They're playing a Joe Flacco, which I think. You know what I'm saying? Joe Flacco is a good backup quarterback. So I think they have opportunity to beat us more with Joe Flacco than they with Anthony Richardson. But still, that is like, bro, that you beat backup quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? I expect you to do that. That's the level that I expect you to already be on. The thing that I say should save your job would be, getting to the next level, especially if you have your starter quarterback for 3 years in a row. You understand me? Now, do I have confidence that they are going to move on from him? I'm not 100% confident because of what I'm seeing. I have to go by what history shows me. Should they? Yes. Am I confident enough to say that they're going to move on from him? I'm not at that point yet. I have to see how the season plays off. At the same outlook that I'm gonna give the team and say, yo, listen, I'm not giving y'all credit until y'all prove to me that y'all could beat these upper echelon teams on a consistent basis, not just one game here and there, not just a one-off. And also, y'all could do it late in the season when the games mean something and the pressure is on to get in a playoff or get a higher seed in the playoffs. Until they do that on a consistent basis, I'm gonna take a wait and see approach. Same thing I'm gonna do with the front office, or let's just say the owner. Until Stephen Ross showed me that he's tired of letting these Chris Greer and Mike McDaniel off. I ain't gonna say Mike McDaniel because they're the coach, but Chris Greer off the hook with the coaches that he bring in and not getting the job done. Until he shows me that he could get rid of them or hold his feet to the fire or something, I'm just not gonna be confident enough to say yes. That he would get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? It probably would save their job because he probably not gonna look at it like how I look at it. From like, look at the whole entire picture. That's not good enough for me, period. But I'm not confident.
I just think there's two different variations of this particular rebuild or retooling, whatever word makes people feel comfortable that they can sleep at night. Whatever this is, it's always been a caveat that if we were healthy. And they've been able to ride that to the wheels fall off as to why they have kept this alignment of players, and not just kept them, Tony, but you re-signed them for multiple years.
That's my issue. That is my issue. Go ahead.
No, it's just like I could just see some type of excuse on why they would be like, no, we still not making any major developments. I think they would go and draft a quarterback because at this point, unless they just really not smart and not get another quarterback in the building to compete. But I think they have shown us at the beginning of the year, basically everybody, it was like Oprah, you get an extension, you get an extension, they extended everybody. The coach, the dog, the water boy, the person that does plans, the person that's in charge of put water in the slide, everybody got 3 more years. So I don't know. I'm not comfortable because I think Ross at this particular point of his life, he's like, I make more money with F1. I make more money with US Open. And aren't they going to get the World Cup too? Sooner or later? I think that's more of your conundrum than anything else, than performance.
I get it. I mean, and before I do the shout out to the Queen, I see your vicinity. I had that up there for a minute. Appreciate you. I want to get to these things. Shake Money. Be safe, my brother. If that thing is picking up, that hurricane picking up, it's 8 o'clock. We doing this so everybody could get over. Well, at least our people out there in the west coast of Florida could get over this and have something to talk about and not think about that. So please be safe out there, bro. I see it's picking up. You know what I mean? One more, I wanted to do that. Okay, H, you said I can't vibe with Tony. All games mean something, and you said this is the NFL. All 17 games, all 17 games count the same, bro. I've never said that they weren't important. See, don't just
listen to the levels of importance.
Exactly. I said they could win them games, but if Tua comes in and do the same exact thing for 3 years in a row, make the playoffs and get out the playoffs, it's not good enough. Not one time did I say they weren't important. I was saying the difference in level. Like all of us on here say when we played Buffalo, we held that game to a higher regard than when we was going in there and play the doggone Patriots. You can't tell me that this Indianapolis game is not as important as if this next time we go to Buffalo. It's not going to be as important when we go face that 49ers team. And this year, the Arizona team, because these are the upper echelon teams. So if you don't understand the fact that those games are more important, then I don't know what to tell you. Never said that all the games don't matter. They all matter. I was talking about in the grand scheme of saving someone's job. Because for that, if they win all the games with the backups, but they only go 5-11, those 5 games are important, but the other ones was more important. So no, I don't don't do that.
Yeah.
Dang, already 420,000 people in Florida without power. Ooh, that's like, man. Y'all be out here.
That's a lot.
Oh, Lou, you out there chilling, Lou? Hey, Lou, you good?
Lot.
Okay.
That's a
you
lot.
good.
Yeah, we good.
400.
Actually, that's my power just went off here twice. So we fucking off with the we're gonna have to start firing up this generator and shit. So
conserve that battery.
Hey, Lou, I'm here. Listen, I'm here for you whenever you want to, shut it down or whatever. Oh, did it go off? Yeah,
your generator is plugged into the
we're not advertising
to your house, Lewis, or you got a separate
we ain't advertising no regular TV. There's only storm check over here. Y'all get off my TV.
Yeah, but, just like Shake Money said, he just said it's here or he's here.
He's here,
and
yeah.
I would start agreeing. It's starting to get real bad over here.
Yeah, so like I say, Lou, we here for you. Make sure you know what I'm saying. Whenever you're ready, you feel me? We just here, let me know. You want to conserve your battery or do whatever you got.
No, listen, I'm in it to win it right now, but it's up to you. It is.
No, I'm here, bro. I'm here. But let me go. Yeah, Shake, man, bro. Be very, very careful, my brother. I hope y'all bunkered in. Yeah. 2 generators. Oh no, I think Lewis got that real deal McNeil. I think you for sure. Lewis, we ain't even covered because that was a good. I don't know, y'all could chill up here in crypto. What do y'all think about Jaylen Wright, bro? Do y'all think that they should just go ahead and make him the number 1, give him more carries, or do you think they should continue to slow walk him like they've been doing?
I think he should start at RB1.
I just want to say I was right. That's all I want to say.
You know what?
He talk about hold on, Nene. He not talking about the argument. He already conceded that argument. That's why he got off camera and just said back. He said, "Yeah, they don't kill me." He was saying he was asking for to his credit, right? He was asking for Jaylen Wright. He said, "I think they should see what he got at the beginning of the season and not wait." And I was giving pushback, like, nah, you don't just throw Raheem Mostert away. You know what I'm saying? Which it seemed like, you know what I'm saying? They still doing the same thing. But I'm like, you don't just push Raheem Mostert to the side and be like, okay, let me get the 2 young guns. You know what I'm saying? You just let them do their thing. And then you slowly bring him in because you have 2 people that's already proven. But given, things change. Given the nature of our team, right? These injuries, Mostert went out for an extended period of time. You didn't give the man an opportunity. But every time he touched the ball, something happened. Do he have any negative play this season? Do anyone remember that? Because I don't think so.
I don't believe so.
That man, to me, seeing what I see on that field, he looks as the most pure running back out of all of them. Raheem Mostert and achain. Achain is more of a weapon. I give he's more of a weapon, and nobody can stop that. But when it comes to pure running back ability, vision, stop and go, pressing the hold and hitting and picking the correct hold, you know what I'm saying? Stop and go on speed. That man has it all. And he looks the best pure running back out of all 3 of them. So I think they should give him. I think, listen, get that man up his shout out to Doc Brown. Up his carries to at least 12. Who? You know who that is. Don't do my dog Doc like that.
I don't know who that
12 to 15.
Me. Hey, that's the loudest who you'll ever hear me say, goddamn it. I don't know who the hell that is. But hey, salute to you, whoever you are, for coming through.
Who?
Yeah, that who.
I got you, Lou. I got you. But yeah, no. What you think, Crypto, though? You think we should give him more?
Yeah,
You think so?
yeah. This
Hey,
is the opportunity
salute,
that
Doc. I'm just playing.
this
Salute,
game,
Doc.
because of the Colts. Not because of the Colts. Because the Colts, they've been playing fairly average ball all season, but I think this is the opportunity to put them in a game as RB1, given that achain is going to be out for 4 weeks. So here's your opportunity to promote your rookie to RB1 to see what it's like to carry the load at that position.
Hold on. Did they put A10 on the IR already?
I don't know. Hey,
Yeah, he was supposed. He's going into the protocol.
Oh well, he might be back
quick,
for the because we got a bye week. He might get out. Hey, Chris, are you scared?
I think this is the first time. I think this is the first time I see Marino's GOAT in our chat. So shout out to Marino's GOAT, man.
Where
That's
is
a
he?
day one.
Oh, Marino's GOAT. Yeah, shout out to
Marino's
him.
GOAT.
Shout out to Marino's GOAT.
Shout out, man.
He's showing mad love.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say, Nene, what about you? What's your thoughts of Jaylen Wright and him at RB1?
I like it because of the style, but I think it still has to filter with him and Mostert as a 1-2 punch. I always see this with McDaniel when he gets a new toy. We saw it with Tyreek. We saw it with Waddle. We saw it with achain. It always looks good in the beginning. Then as teams get film and adjust, it starts to alter a little bit. But I think his style could extend McDaniel's lifeline as a coach, that he can come up with different variations of moving the football outside of all of just the motion that he likes to do and all of that. They were even mentioning it on the broadcast as all of the motion, just downside height and put it in someone's chest and let them run. So I like him, but I also think you still need to find somebody on a waiver wire to load that up, because we already know what Mostert, he's a hit away from being back on the IR too. But I think it gives you that physical style outside of the finesse. So I like it.
Yeah, and I think to your point, right? The thing that makes me like, put this guy here up his carries to a minimum of 15, and that's still essentially sharing carries with an achain Mostert or achain, right? And the physical style of play. So when let's say achain comes in again, he started the season. When you bring in Mostert, the same type of running back, same type. You know what I'm saying? He's quick. Mostert is a little bit more physical than achain, but pretty much you're getting the same type of running back. When you bring Jaylen Wright in the game, he's not only quick, but he's a bruiser. You understand? He's gonna get you. He's gonna always fall forward. He's gonna initiate contact. He's not a dude that runs away from contact. Contact runs away from him. So that's the different dynamic that he brings in. That has sustainability, because that can work in any offense. You don't have to be cute with him. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to motion him out open, or do these cute little run this way and then bring the receiver or the ace back across the field and give him a run and start to the block. No, that dude is physical. You understand? So I like that type of run style. That's more of a traditional running back skill set that I like. So I'm more of listen, when something's working, bruh, I don't care. Just like I said, I said bring him along slowly. But we know here in Miami, it's flooded the football town. When you got somebody that come in there and show he can do it, oh yeah, put him in. Put him in, coach. Let him do his thing. So I think they need to start taking that approach and stop trying to play this wait and see game, because wait and see game do nothing but put you at the end. You get what I'm saying? Now you up against the wall and you up against the clock, because now you wasted his 4 years here and you waited till his second and third year to see what he have. And now you up coming up on contract negotiation. Let's see what they got immediate. We see what happened with Chop Robinson. I'm not impressed. I don't care what nobody say, all this pressure and all that. I'm not impressed. What has that pressure yielded us? Did it yield us a turnover? Did it yield another player getting a sack? Did he yield a tackle for a loss? What has that? Oh, he's getting a lot of pressure. Okay, so he's good at getting close. Almost don't count in my book. I'm sorry.
But Tony, it to me takes you back to Optimus. I think they call them the Little River Saints now. It used to be the Northwest Boys and Girls Club, but it's literally the run opens up the pass. So if they want to go ahead and play all that zone, no, keep feeding them the ball. So now they got to come up, and now you can use Tyreek a little bit more and Waddle and the deep plays. You know, a lot of people went against that last year when I mentioned the run open. You got to keep the defense honest. If they could just sit there and pin their ears back and say, okay, let's just knock them off of their spot, because you know we don't have the biggest wide receivers. They're little mini men. You ain't got really no strong guys in that time and offense. That if you can just go ahead and lullaby them into shorter downs and distance. One of the things I don't like is 2 incomplete passes, and now you're at 3rd and 10. Now they know what you're getting ready to do. Now the defense is, you made yourself more predictable, even with the little drum line that you're doing with all of this shifting and running back and forth. And I think that's why we get a lot of pre-snap penalties and things of that nature, because you spend it and McDaniel is going back to his old way. I don't know if y'all paying attention, but it's taking him a little while to get the play in. I'm like, come on, hurry up and get the play in. It's taking too long. By the time you get there, now everything is off, and you got Julian Hill jumping offside, or Eichenberg, or whomever. So I just think this may be the best thing that happened to Mike McDaniel to kind of calm him down outside of being a genius and just doing common sense football 101. Went through the trenches, make it shorter for 3rd downs if you get the 3rd downs, and control the time of possession. We don't talk about that enough as well.
Yeah, so that is true. Let me address this. H, I remember you put a comment in saying that you got to listen more, right? And if you listen to me, but I don't understand what you responded to. You said pressures matter, though. It creates, opportunity for his teammates and make the quarterback make quicker decisions that could lead to turnovers. And I literally said, have that led to any of these things you said? Has it led to his teammates? Oh, you said haven't seen much of Charlie. Okay. I'm glad you cleaned it up, because I'm like, I literally said, has it led to him teammates getting a sack? Has it led to the quarterback making a mistake? It hasn't led to any of those. Now, when that pressure do lead to that, then you could tell me, but it hasn't led to any of that. So I don't care about somebody that's almost getting close. Nah, I don't really, nah. Yo, Shake is wilding out in the chat right now. Mini.
I knew he was gonna get me on that. You know, Shake be waiting for you to drop something so he can go and get you on that one. But it's true. They so small, and then I know you brought it up on your show about Snead and how you hope that Tyreek would have took that matchup a little bit more personal. And then we hear the tape, and he's not only calling out Tyreek, he was calling out Waddle too. And y'all not like that. And I truly believe, I know guys talk trash, but I do believe there is a narrative around the league about these guys that they not like that. All you gotta do is get a little physical with them, and they gonna fold like a cheap suit.
The problem is, and me and Lewis,
man, then he said a cheap suit.
That's what it is.
I was hoping to get a Brooks Brothers suit or something. Man.
Yeah, but listen, see that right there, and let me address that, because I don't know if I addressed it on the last show afterwards, right? When I come out there and I say, send a message, go back and listen to what I actually said. Because I know Lewis had brought up the stats, he probably was up, he was open and cold. I ain't said nothing, I want to talk about nothing but stats. I was talking about mentality. I said I would have got a penalty. I said I would have took a personal foul penalty, but to send a message. Now, it ain't nothing soft over here, my brother. I'm bringing that pressure just like you bringing that pressure. The minute he was like, y'all not like that, the very next play, I would have tried my best to dish rag him out of bounds and slam him and say, who not like that? No, you not like that. And then you would have had to come back and you had to handle me on the next play. But what I'm going to show you is I'm not backing down, and you're not going to just come up here and talk that trash to me like there's no consequences, because you're going to have to back that up every time I see you, mano y mano. That had nothing to do with you getting open. That had to do with testing your manhood. And him talk, he was laughing and say, man, y'all know y'all not like that. He ain't just said, man, y'all know y'all not like that. Both of y'all. Who in their right mind think it's going to be cool for you to talk to me like that? That's at the point when somebody grab you by your face mask and push you and do all that. This is when you see those type of things happening. I don't know if y'all remember when that dude, what his name, Courtney Finnegan, that that
Andre
Yeah, him
Johnson.
and Andre Johnson.
Andre Johnson.
Yep.
Andre Johnson was
Ooh,
throwing
that was an
haymakers,
epic
and he
matchup.
had his helmet on. That had nothing to do with running
Yeah.
routes. Nothing.
He was that was an epic battle, bro.
You get what I'm saying?
That
And
was crazy.
that is the difference, bro. It's not about your
Andre
skill set.
Johnson.
It's about they're trying to punk you. That once you punk somebody, you're gonna be more focused on not getting hurt or not getting embarrassed than you're gonna be on running your routes or you're gonna be on getting open. So you have to establish a dominance and at least establish a presence. That man was laughing at y'all. He kept on, I'm gonna be here all day. Yeah, I'm not like that. All day. Every play. I'm not taking it down off. This is how you talking to Tyreek. If I'm wrong, isn't Tyreek supposed to be the most feared receiver in the league with that speed? Why is these people
Not anymore.
coming here and how many people you seen talk to Chad like that? No. Chad was talking to them like that. Checking your name on the board. Listen, like this is mentality, people. Oh, you next? Oh yeah, I'm gonna do you in, my brother. That man almost broke that little frame trying to hit Ray Lewis. But one thing you know, that boy was coming. He's gonna give it his all. Yes.
And to add on to your point, the reaction of Tyreek and Waddle proves what we're saying. They're laughing and joking about it. That boy like, nah, I ain't playing with y'all. Y'all not like that. And literally locked them down. So, look, I know I'm a female and I never played football, but I watched it enough. And I follow a team that was one of the mental tough teams that took teams out of the game as they walked up for the coin toss. Literally getting in your head at the coin toss. Literally saying, look, I'm going to knock this dude out. One of my favorite moments in the U history. He said it, I'm going to knock him out. And he literally knocked the dude out, and they were shook on both sides of the ball. That I know it's the pros, and you don't want to get fired, and you don't want to get suspended. I get that. But you gotta make a statement.
He did say that to Tyreek and Waddle, right? And I thought it was soft, and we all talked about it. I will say this, though. In Tyreek's defense, when I hear he did get locked down, he did beat him, though, twice for should-be touchdowns.
Yeah.
Like, so again, that game where we're saying he just got completely locked down. Now, again, that doesn't change the fact he was talking and bullying Tyreek, right? What was said. But I think that, because again, I think Tyreek in that game had 2 catches for like 35 yards or something like that.
Something like that. Something of that nature.
But realistically, if those 2 touchdowns happen, right, it would have been 4 for like a buck. Let's say buck 30, buck 35, buck 40. Yeah. That game does look different. You know what I'm saying? In the aspect of what he did to Tyreek. I'll just say that. You know what I'm saying?
No, and to that it does. That's why I prefaced my statement, but I didn't. That's why I didn't say anything about his stats. Because you had that when he said he did get open. I was talking about more mentality. I don't care if I am having a bad game.
That's a fact. Right.
You're not going to talk to me like that. Like you have no fear of saying that to me. Like you don't feel like nothing is saying. He like, y'all know I'm going to be here all day. Y'all going to have to deal with me all day. Nah, my brother, you got to deal with me. Oh, we going to have to deal with each other.
Hey, Marino's Goat got a question for y'all.
But Lou, can I respond to that? To me, I don't want to say that Tyreek ate those plays because he been dropping some passes that he should have caught.
Yeah,
so
I get it.
We can do hypotheticals, but I can say Mr. Butterfingers put some stickum on them gloves. Y'all know about them stickum on the gloves? Like I'm not 100% sure.
Let me answer. Go ahead.
Let me answer that question.
Go ahead. I want to as well. Go ahead, Crypto.
The answer is absolutely yes, because let's not get selective amnesia. Because last time I checked, Steve was on the Kansas City Chiefs. And he talked the same trap last year against them.
Pushed him to the ground.
And they still shut him down. Exactly.
Tua was the quarterback.
So absolutely yes. And when Tua was his quarterback.
And let me ask you, let me answer that too. Yeah, okay. Even if Tua was the quarterback, I guess you're saying a more competent quarterback, right? But last time I checked, right after one of those altercations, he got thrown a screen that became a fumble and completely dropped that. So if he was making the most of his opportunities, I would say, yeah, if he had a more competent quarterback, he could. But it looked like he was a little shook up, bro. Now, if he was
Right,
doing all
because Tua could have threw the same screen pass, Tony.
he dropped.
So he's not capable of throwing that same screen pass and making a fumble.
So no, I don't think it's just because
he still talks trash.
Yeah, that dude, he has to show up in every moment. He has to make the best. You get what I'm saying? He said this. Him, Waddle, they said this. When you have a quarter like Henry, what did Tyreek say out his own mouth? I have to catch a screenplay and take it 80 yards. I have to take a quick hit, make a couple of plays, and get a first down. He said he needs to raise his play and make better plays for him. And he didn't. He did the complete opposite. He dropped a screenplay and didn't make a play. So
and what he did, Tony, I gotta bring it up. You ain't gonna yell and bark back at him, but you gonna yell at softer targets like Mike McDaniel and Wes Welker, and then say you were trying to pump up your teammates. And the words of Lou, stop. Come on, we don't believe you, sir. This dude was in your face talking trash to you. You run to the sideline, take off your helmet, smacking gum. Boy, I said, boy, I know his teeth hurt how he be chewing that gum. But anyway, and start yelling at Mike McDaniel. And then when he get asked, oh, no, I was trying to pump up my teammates. Stop. Come on, man. Stop. You can't be the fake tough guy. Now, don't get me wrong. I love his talent. But let's form a question. Do you think since he got his bag, he like, whatever, I already got paid twice. I got a ring. I'm in Miami. What else do I really need to do? Do you think he got a little fat cat Paul's symptom going on with Tyreek?
I don't know. What does he talk about? After
no quarterback keeps.
After the Jets did the waddle dance, we dropped that bomb for a TD the next play. Huh? In the Jet, you talk about the Jets game last year or something?
Yeah, he's talking about when the Jets did remember they got a sack or something happened, and they started doing the waddle dance, and then Tua came back and threw that touchdown, I believe. The very next play.
But what that got to do with Tyreek not doing what he said he was going to do, which is elevate his play to help the quarterback. He didn't drop so after L'Jarius Sneed was in his face telling him he not like that, he proceeded the very next play to drop a screen play that became a fumble, and it was a turnover. So I don't know what's your correlation with that. I don't know if you're trying to prove a point that they could make plays after a bad play or what. We just talk about Tyreek and his actions based on how he was getting treated against a dude that clearly has no respect for him. Clearly that thinks he's better than him. Clearly that thinks Tyreek has nothing for him. We talk about how he responded. That was immediately after their altercation. He dropped the very next ball for a fumble. And last time I checked, he did the same thing in Kansas City when that same dude was across from him. I don't know if y'all want to call it a catch, but that was a critical fumble that was essentially the game-winning touchdown. So not saying that he can't make plays or they never did that. I'm talking about mano y mano, making this dude respect you, backing up your words. What you were going to say, Crypto?
No, I was going to agree with you. No one keeps him from talking trash. That's in his nature. To talk trash against receivers, he's got the edge on, regardless of who's the quarterback.
Yeah,
he would probably be talking trash if Mahomes was throwing Tua the ball.
Throwing Tyreek the ball.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not with it because to me, he's very bipolar in how he talks. And 1 minute he's saying one thing, then he does something completely different. Because remember the week before, he was like, oh, I don't yell for the ball no more. My therapist has told me not to do that. And then literally the next game, you're over there screaming, which we believe at his coach. But then you saying that you were hyping up your teammate. Your teammate wasn't even in the vicinity. Like, stop. It's a lot of fake news going on with Tyreek. And some people look at his talent. And we do this a lot of times with people that we like.
Yeah.
But we don't want to hold them accountable.
But see right here, this is where I'll give Tyreek credit in that situation. Because what we're talking about, remember, again, people in the building, players, coaches, why everybody told us the same thing. We're gonna when shit is not working, we're gonna hold people accountable.
Yeah,
I'm not here to say if Tyreek was wrong or right in that situation. What I'm saying is when I watch him on the sideline, whoever he was screaming at or whoever that was directed to, he was holding someone accountable. That's what he was doing. He
could have been. Oh Lord, what if he could have been complaining?
Well, again, see, but
Yeah.
this is where we'll start overanalyzing.
No. I'm just looking at both sides. We don't know what he was saying.
And again, but let me answer it, right? I don't care how many passes Tyreek drops, right? Let me not say it like that because people ain't going to understand. What I'm saying is Tyreek Hill was voted the #1 player in the league by his peers, the Jarius Sneeds of the world, right? That's who voted him the #1 player. At the end of the day, even if he was barking, Tony, and saying, I want the ball, I want this, I want that. Show me a guy on this team that you rather have the ball in their hands than Tyreek Hill. Is all I'm saying.
Devon Achain.
Well, again, hey, listen. At the end of the day, Devon Achain. What I'm saying is, again, Devon Achain is great, right? The last 2 weeks, though, every time he gets up, it's been a limp here. It's a bit, bro. He's just a smaller guy, and this narrative that you think you're going to give Devon Achain. Excuse me, I'm sorry. The Devon Achain, you think you're going to give him 20 to 25 touches a game, no matter if it's in the run game or the pass game? He can't take that, bro. Let's just call it for what it is. He's not one of those guys. So, no, I'm sorry. Tyreek Hill, if he's bitching for the ball, I don't have a problem with that because he's our $30 million receiver.
I'm not saying give it to him 30, but if I had the opportunity to give it to Tyreek or Achain, I'm giving it to Achain.
Well, I don't know
so
about
Tony,
that.
you think he's more clutch than Tyreek right now?
Yeah, because if you go, let's go the same thing. I hope go look at the games when he gets his opportunities to get them big games. He makes the best of them. He don't fold in Buffalo. He had the only 2 touchdowns he had. That's not him. Now you can say the rest of the teams folding, not Achain. Our problem was Achain was he had that first half when we lost, he got smacked up there in Buffalo. Achain was killing them. When we started the game in Buffalo, Achain was killing them. Who had the only touchdown? Achain. So I just answered the question. I said, yeah, get Tyreek the ball. But if you're gonna tell me somebody on this field, because I like what Achain said after that game, as opposed to Tyreek them saying after the game. Achain, when they asked you Tyreek them was on the sideline laughing and having a good time, like, everything was all good. Achain was in the game still producing and showing these people, y'all, listen, I think I'm better than y'all. And when they asked him how he felt about it or why he was in the game at the end of the game, even though the game seemed to be out of hand, he said, because I was mad. We were losing. Yeah, I'd rather give him the ball as opposed to the dude that's on the sideline laughing. And that's just my opinion.
And I agree with all that. The fact of the matter is, though, if we, like we always say, we're going to keep the same energy. The facts remain about Devon Achain, as dynamic as he is. And to your point, Tony, I do think he has the right makeup, right? The mindset that me and you always talk about. I believe everything you said is true. The fact of the matter is, though, he can't stay healthy.
That's right.
Because he missed 7-8 games last year, and he's already missing games this year. So again, the fact of the matter is, he's not Tyreek Hill, bro. He's not. I don't care about none of that other stuff you talking about. Tyreek Hill ain't missing games, though. We can say he's out. He calls himself out in a couple plays, this and that. He don't miss games, though. And Devon Achain is missing games.
For the most part, you're right. I mean, you got to give him that. The best ability is availability. So I'll give
but,
you that.
But my thing is, Lou, is he out there or is he like a zombie where he's physically there, but he's not there? So what's the difference in those two? You healthy, but you're not physically in the game. Your body language is trash, and your voice trash.
And again, it was trash, right? But on those 2 plays that I'm talking about, the same guy that we were praising, Jarius Sneed, when he was talking shit to him, right? He beat him by a good 4 or 5 yards. I'm sorry, it's not Tyreek Hill's fault that Tyler Huntley threw a ball, right? First time out of bounds, the ball didn't even land in bounds. He threw it out of bounds. The second ball, he overthrew him. In my opinion, how do I blame Tyreek for that? So again, his body language. Again, but this is what I'm saying. The body language, yes, that's fine. But that doesn't mean in a game where his body language, to your point, Nene, was trash, he still would have been good for 140 yards.
But
Is
see,
all I'm
that's
saying.
where I part ways with you because I've seen Tyreek beat people and Tua put it right on the numbers and he dropped it. The Baltimore game last year is plenty. I don't do the all 22 like y'all, but there's a lot of plays where he had a lot of distance on players and Tua put it right in his hands and right in the chest and he still dropped it. So
That's
I can't
Cowboys.
just sit. I can't sit there and say that he was
And that
just
is
going to
absolutely,
automatically catch it if it was on par because he has been having the case of the droppy drops.
and that is absolutely fair,
Yeah.
right? What I would say to that though, then we just got to have that mindset for everybody. Because I guarantee you, me and Tony could or Tony specifically, because he has in front of his camera. If we threw up that thing that, again, is going to be a game changer once we start kind of using it. If we throw on that game film, I could show you plays where Devon Achain had holes, he just didn't see them. And I could show you plays where Achain, if he would have hit that hole, it's going for big yardage. So again, but we didn't say we're not trying to give Devon Achain the ball. And you see a lot of those carries that Jaylen Wright has been so oppressive. And to Tony's point earlier when he was talking about how he's patient and how he hits the hole and he knows where he's going, Devon Achain is missing those same holes because they're there when he's in the game. He just don't see them. But again, we'll highlight when Tyreek makes a mistake, and it's valid. But we were just talking about giving Achain the ball. We're not highlighting his mistakes. We don't talk about his mistakes, and all I'm asking is why. So we can't play this. We can't play this game
Because he make now.
Tyreek,
My difference is from that is he make up with them because he'll come back and make big plays. Tyreek don't.
Well, again, not this season though. If we're talking about this season, show
Last
me the
season
big play
either.
where. No, I'm talking about Devon Achain. Where's these big plays at this season?
In the games, he's been the most. He's been the most productive player.
Again, and he's getting the most touches.
Not no big breakaway plays.
And again,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I say he make up for the plays. I ain't say he make the biggest, extremely most dynamic play, but he do make up. He'll give you a good big run.
I would argue, right, but I would absolutely. I would argue though, if Jaylen Wright was getting those same opportunities, he would be better than Devon Achain has been this season. But y'all ain't gonna want to hear that.
I won't deny. From what I saw, yeah, that boy will be a problem.
Yeah, I guess based on his production.
But that's what I'm saying. Every player makes mistakes. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, but Lewis, it's not that. Okay, now let's be real. It's level to this. Devon Achain or Jaylen Wright ain't making $30 million. So yes, we are going to criticize you because you got paid to do that. You get paid to not make the. Now, Devon Achain missing a specific hold to go in here and there, that is suspected because when I could give you, there's not one running back in the league that I can't go back and put on film, right? That you're gonna be like, bro, if he would have took this hole right here, he would have scored. That happens. But for your big time player like Tyreek to drop the balls that he have, you're not gonna find the Justin Jefferson. You're not gonna find the Jamar Chase of the world. You're not gonna find the Amara St. Browns in the world. You're not gonna find them dropping balls like that. That's that's inexcusable. This is the level that we hold you to. It's different standards.
Real quick, Mr. Park is dead on. Hurricane Milton has just made landfall in Siesta Key, so that's in like the Bradenton, Sarasota area. And like I said, that's probably a good 45 minutes south away from where I am. So,
I see it now.
Everybody be safe, man. It just made landfall.
Yeah, be safe,
category.
Hey, Lou.
This overnight event gonna be hellacious, man.
Hey, Lou, do we have? I know y'all know more people in the community than me, because I know we haven't heard from I say Freaky Trey, the veteran, the Navy vet. I haven't heard from him, but do we have an idea of people that live in that area that we kind of converse with every day in that area that you said it made landfall? Kind of see if everybody all right.
All right.
In that area, I don't know.
I don't really believe so.
Southwest part of Florida. Yeah.
Well, I know isn't Trey the veteran? Isn't he not too far from you, Lou? Because I know he be talking about he's
actually
Tampa.
in Tampa. He's in Tampa.
Yeah, he's in Tampa. Yeah, he's actually in Tampa. Yeah.
Odessa, I don't know where that. Do y'all know that Odessa, Florida?
I heard the name, but I don't know what it is.
Odessa.
Yeah, so Odessa is here in Tampa. Odessa is probably like 15, maybe about 15 minutes away from where I am right now. So yeah.
Well, yeah. Again, anybody that we like I said, we up here for my boy losing on this. I could just imagine sitting around waiting for a storm. Can't do it. Andrew, the last time I had to deal with that, and we already know how that ended up, right? Y'all be safe out there, man. Like,
listen, it's bad out here right now, though. The wind is howling out here.
Listen, I'm watching it right now.
I told you I'm sitting right here. It's howling.
They got Temple on my screen right now as we speak. That little, I don't want to show the whole thing just for copyright infringement and all that. But they show me how terrible it is right now. This is Temple. Right now, and I see street signs. They say Madison East 300. That street sign like it's about to come down.
That's in the downtown area in Tampa. Madison. Yeah. That's in downtown Tampa, and so downtown Tampa is like 15 minutes away from the crib, from where I stay at.
Okay, I don't know if y'all can see it. That's what we tell. And they be outside. That's another lady. She's standing outside, and that damn. I won't do it. No sir. Okay, halfway point between Lewis and Shake.
Yeah. Shake, be careful, bro.
Yeah, that is. That's massive. I knew it was getting bad, Lewis, because I heard the first, like maybe a good 10, 15 minutes ago. I heard the first thunderstorm outside. I said, okay, if we getting them out of band, they had to be close to making landfall.
Right.
If I could hear a thunderstorm here and there, even though it's pretty clear here where I'm at now, but that's yeah.
Oh no, like I said, bro, this thing is howling outside. I'm talking about it's screaming. Yeah, it's howling.
You can't go outside and show us now, Lou.
Hey man,
don't do that.
It's probably pitch black shit flying around.
No.
I mean, you probably ain't gonna be able to see nothing real good anyway because it's so dark.
I saw. That's the thing that I noticed that everything.
And I'm not trying to stand outside in the rain to show y'all.
No,
don't do that. Hey,
you don't do that because there's a lot of debris flying around too.
Yeah, I was making a joke. You can't go on stream. You can't go on stream now. Sure, that hurricane. He's in there. I
hope that veteran got out that boat because I don't think he's gonna make it.
Tony trying to get me to go outside and be like one of them people out
here. Me too.
Hey, Lou.
A street sign that come and hit me on the side of my head, man. I'm looking like a damn fool outside.
Lieutenant Dan, man.
Link, Shake. The link is pinned at the top of the
I don't. Well, I don't know. Let me send them. I'll send it to him.
Yes, you gonna send it to him?
I really hope that veteran got out of there because at this point, I don't think he's gonna make it now.
I want him.
Really picked.
I want him to get out, or at least somebody grabbed him.
Yeah, hopefully, Shake. I
took him to a hotel.
It's still at the link's still pinned at the top.
Hey, Shake, I sent you the link.
Yeah. You said howling now. So, God, you know what I was trying to see? I was trying to see if it was a 3 or a 4. I didn't get back and catch it in time.
It may land for the 3.
So it did end up being a 3. So yeah. So they was initially.
But I mean, that's still 100. I think 125 miles an hour winds. I think.
Shake Money, welcome back. Shake Money.
Hey, what's good? Listen, I'm outside. I'm outside here having a cigar, drinking some rum in my lanai. I'm bunkering down. I got the,
Right.
Okay.
How is it over there, Shake?
You have a power outage, Shake?
No, we good. We still got my lights so far, knock on wood. But yeah, you can hear can you hear the winds howling?
Well, when you turned that one way, I heard it.
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah.
Hey, it looked dark out there. Oh, y'all lights still on. Y'all street lights.
Y'all lights still on.
So when are y'all supposed to get the rest of y'all's?
1,000.
The same. I think me and Lewis, we're pretty much where it landed is pretty much the halfway point between me and Lewis. So he's gonna get the north end. I'm gonna get the south end.
Okay. So y'all still got a couple more hours before the
before it passes beyond them when it goes.
They're estimating this is probably gonna be here for the next 5 to 6 hours, 7 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard like
right.
2 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well, they
The
showing the
slow
news up
moving
here. It
hurricanes are the
said,
worst.
hold on, crypto. They do got a time. They said at 11:30 it should end. It should be the most
Right.
part of the storm.
Yeah.
11:30. That's what they're showing on the news up here.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
at 8 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, they should be leaving the East Coast.
They
Yeah, it'd be on the
showing
other side of the state. Yeah. They'd be
they're
along the
showing Fort
coastline there.
Myers
Yeah.
right now, and that water is already shin high already for Fort Myers.
Yeah, it's fucked. Yeah, that's what I'm
You
saying.
want
This
it to go
thing's
through
sitting
real
on
quick
here
as
for the next
possible.
4 hours. Well,
Well,
that's
luckily,
what's crazy. The
luckily for
projected
me,
time of landfall was like 2-3 in the morning, so
Right.
it's like 5 hours early, 5-6 hours early.
That means it picked up
Right.
speed.
That's what I
Right. It
was
gained
telling
speed. It was
Color.
picking up speed.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling Color. It was starting to hit the
Speed up.
gas so. Because Color
Yep.
had it hitting at 4 o'clock in the morning. I said, nah, I think it's gonna be there tonight. Because it was going
Right.
fast in that water.
There you go, Tony, right there. Landfall Category 3 with 120 mile an
120
hour
miles.
wind.
Yeah, that's what.
Ooh, Lordy. Them projectiles, man. That's what
Oh man.
that's the worst. When shit get picked up off the ground and start flying.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, I'm not trying to make
That's
light of the
makes it worse.
situation, but I was here during Ian, and Ian was a Hurricane 5. So pretty much where Lewis is, where what the part of Lewis is getting, I got with Ian, but it was a Category 5 when I got it, and I
You
didn't
got
get
it.
any flood damage. So I was, you know what I'm saying. So I'm pretty good with
Okay.
flood damages. It's a like Crypto said, it's a projectile. It's the only thing I'm worried about.
Well, exactly.
Hey.
Anything loose come flying like a bullet.
Hey, Shake, Javon Joe asked you a question, man.
What'd he say? I
He
can't
said,
read it.
he
What'd he
said,
say?
he said, hey, yo, Tony, y'all not gonna pause? Shake money for saying he getting the south end and Lewis getting the north end. Yeah,
Oh.
that's the south.
Hey, listen, man. There's only one end.
God
So
damn. Von Joe, yeah, you wild.
Oh, if this
Hey man,
true,
it's not time to goddamn joke, goddamn. It's not time to joke. Goddamn.
hey, listen.
The pause, goddamn it. That's South End, goddamn it.
Hey, that's all right. He's getting Bon Jovi's getting the middle end. So there you go.
Lord have mercy. Y'all can't
Hey,
The middle end.
hey,
Whoa.
Hey,
Damn.
wow. Hey, if that's true,
Wow.
if this true, it went from 9 to 18 miles per hour. That is a fast moving hurricane. 18 miles per hour.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
trucking.
that's what I'm
It was
saying. If it's
trucking.
moving quick,
Goodness, God.
that's the good news is that it's moving fast because it ain't gonna do as much damage when it's moving too fast. If it's slow and just hovering, that's where it gets the maximum damage.
Yeah, the hovering. That is. I was
When
just
it's
gonna say
just
that's
staying
essentially a
stagnant.
good. It's gonna run straight past that whole thing, man.
Right.
Yeah,
You
man.
want it to move fast. You want it to be fast.
I'm not gonna lie. I think.
Them slow movers, man, it's just destruction,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, Ian was a slow mover. He was like that relative at Thanksgiving that won't go away. That's what
Right.
Ian was.
Ian was just sitting there, just
Hey,
camping
look
out.
at
Yeah,
this.
but the fact of the matter is though,
Look at what?
the faster it moves, the faster that water's coming in though.
That is
That's a
fact.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. I mean,
Yeah.
that part's true too. It's just like the yang yang. Yep.
Hey, Lou and Tony, who y'all sponsored by? Baby oil? Y'all chat is real nasty,
Yeah.
Diddy like going.
Damn.
on.
What?
He talking about
Johnson got
tag
baby
team.
oil.
They watch
Johnson and
Triple
Johnson,
T.
no,
Boy,
Johnson and Johnson, you gotta
Johnson
be
and
PC about it.
Hey, I'm
It's
not.
Johnson and Johnson.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Miss Relentless is watching this on delay because her comments is about the previous conversation. And you got go in here. Y'all don't want to.
Yeah, y'all put a little Johnson
Damn.
and Johnson baby oil on the. You know how they have sponsors. Put that on the right side of y'all shirt because it's getting real lubricant in this. It's trying to talk about the storm. Ugh.
Oh, he said, okay, it was a front. Okay, a front picked up Milton. That's why it's moving fast. That's good. Yeah, that is a baby oil. This is a little wild. Okay, so that's not God, dog. You see that water? Whew. Fort Myers, but downtown Fort
So,
Myers.
what's the latest news on the surge? How high the surge?
The
is?
latest news is we're fucked out here, crypto. That's what the news is.
Done for.
Oh well, yeah, for sure. Damn.
That is.
I'm just want somebody's got to check on Lieutenant Dan, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm concerned.
hey, Crypto, there is a dude named Lieutenant Dan that's actually in Tampa doing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's his actual name.
That's what we talking about.
That's his
That's what
name.
we talking about, Shake. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he seemed like he got a lot of PTSD in him, man. Like you could tell he ain't right all the way.
Well, Lewis say he looked like he survived life. He ain't even real about the hurricane.
Right.
That man like a survivor.
He's a permanent survivor.
God damn, I'm outside right now, and this shit, like I said, is howling.
Yeah,
That cigarette ain't gonna stay lit too long.
He like he under the shed, so he should be good.
If he do,
that's
man.
what your problem is. You think this is a goddamn cigarette. That's the problem right there.
I tell you
Oh,
what,
white
if it wasn't for the shed that I put here next to me, I'll be getting a lot more wins.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I know. See, the fact that y'all outside, I know people like, yo, these people are crazy to be. They said, what you do? I know that. Unfortunately, when you get used to it, bro, you already know what time it is.
Yeah, I'm outside.
You're
I'm under a
accustomed to it.
canopy right now. I wish y'all could see though. Y'all can't really see, but there's a street light right there, and if you can see how that wind is just blowing that rain everywhere, it's crazy.
Wow.
There's a palm tree. I don't know if y'all can see that.
No, we can see the palm tree getting missing.
Only imagine.
That shit is blowing.
Hey, you could tell me and
blowing.
Lewis are Floridian because we outside, baby.
Yo, outside for facts.
I don't care. Y'all heard that BS that Rashad said today?
What Rashad said?
No, he said, man, y'all can have that. He said, give me the earthquakes. I said, screw that.
What?
Man. I'm not trying to get no earthquakes, man. That's crazy.
How you prepare for an earthquake? Completely tell me that.
It's Rashad. He didn't even know.
Rashad is wild.
He didn't even know tornadoes was in hurricanes. He was like, y'all got
yeah.
I would take a hurricane any day over earthquake.
I remember when I heard him say that earlier in the day. I'm like, you do know the tornadoes come inside the hurricane, right? That's what really do the damage. The tornadoes on the inside of the hurricane.
Right.
But he didn't understand. Well, I get it. He's from a West Coast, so they don't understand.
Yeah, West Coast, they just get fires and earthquakes, man.
Prayers to your daughter, Marino's goat, man. That's crazy in Georgia too, man. Prayers go out to her for sure.
Absolutely. You know what, Tony? You're gonna have to open up the prayer line and let me put on my little ministry thing here. We got a lot of work to do tonight. I don't understand these TV reporters. This dude sitting out here with his legs spread, eagle. He gonna end up flying off of the screen. I'm telling you this right now. These news reporters that be out here trying to be in the middle of the storm. I always think some debris is gonna hit them in the face while they out there.
That's my biggest fear, Nene, right there.
Hey,
you
they
said it.
crazy.
Something that's coming, being picked up, and just carving them up.
They spotted
That's
a
my biggest
dude.
fear.
They spotted a dude that got stuck in Fort Myers. I don't know why he in his truck, but now his truck is stuck on the side of the road because how that he had to drive.
Yeah.
Because he's stuck. Like, what are you doing? Now he had to drive on an elevated platform, and he's stuck there because they're about to still reach his truck.
That water, and Tony, that water's going over his car, dog.
That's crazy.
That water is eventually going over his car. So if I was him, I would get out of that right now. And bro, you got to start swimming, run, do something. Because once that water gets over your car, eventually, again, that water is going to bust them windows wide open. Like eventually, that water has nowhere to go.
That pressure is going to break it. You're correct.
That's why they say to let your windows down whenever you're getting submerged. You know, make it easy, swim out your car.
Tell you, this dude a tree gonna hit him or something. He just being too reckless. Got his legs spread. Like, that's not giving you no traction, my boy. And one of them trees hit you, that's it. I don't know.
He anchoring down.
No, but he like in the middle of the street, home team. Like, if you look at it, let's say like 27th Avenue, you know how it has the little grass area, then it has the street. He's in the grass area. I'm like, what are you doing?
In the median. He tripping.
Damn, I gotta go get me another bottle of Mucinex, man. I'm coming down with the freaking weather, man.
I'm coming. It looks like I'm losing service a little bit, man. I'll come back in a little bit. It sounds like I'm losing service. Y'all,
be safe.
You better get me nervous up. And I ain't nothing I can do in North Carolina, but still.
Right.
We just need to know that you're all right.
Right.
Okay. 8 to 12 feet Storm surge for the Tampa area. That is 8 to 12 foot.
Yeah. Did Lewis say he was at 40 feet though? I forgot to ask him.
Who?
No, Lewis elevation, his actual elevation. Was he at 40 feet?
Oh, because
a 12-foot storm surge he might be able to get through. If his elevation is 40 feet.
Yeah, you see that most of the downtown areas be getting hit because they be closer to the water. You know what I'm saying? Lewis is more inland than so he should be he should be fine. Even with the 12 through the storm surge,
Yeah.
The elevation.
They tend to be higher up.
Yeah. So he should be good. When that you good over there, Shake? Oh, that's outside.
Yeah, Shake. What about you, Shake? What's your elevation, man?
Shake, you on mute. Shake, you on mute.
I don't know what the elevation is, but we the last as crazy as it sounds, the last 3 storms I ain't getting no war floods.
Oh, okay.
So you might be high up. You probably that's good. You're probably above 40. That's cool.
And I'm really close. You know what's funny is I'm close to the ocean, so
all right.
I ain't still get no floods.
Oh, you must got some good drainage then. Your city must got a good drainage system.
Probably because, like I said, Ian. I was with Ian. Ian was a Category 5, and it hit me and it hit us directly, and I ain't getting no flood. So that's why I wasn't worried about leaving here.
Right. It was a Cat 5. Damn.
Yeah, that Category 5 ain't no joke, boy.
200 miles, man. You need that.
Y'all know Jim. Man. Y'all know, was it Jim Katori? This joker in the basement, man. He look like he about to drown. I'm watching the Weather Channel. Boy, if he don't get up out of there.
Man, you got to get that basement. You got to get up out of there, man.
No, he's like in a parking garage.
And one thing I want to say about these alerts, whatever, they tell you to go into your basement. Motherfucker, we in Florida. We don't have no basements.
Right. Now, tornadoes, that's a good advice. For tornadoes.
Yeah, but we don't have basements. We don't have
no basement. I don't know too many people got basement in the state of Florida, period.
Right. Probably in northern Florida, right? Like Jacksonville.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I've been in Jacksonville too. I still haven't seen no basement, not one basement.
You may have an outhouse in Florida, but not no basement. There's no reason for it. Unless you're doing some conspiracy theory stuff where you dig in a tunnel.
Right. You dig too deep, you're going to be in a
so Diddy got one. Diddy got one in his house on Star, and I got it.
You heard what just happened with TMZ, bro? And Crypto going to love this, that his lawyers filed a motion that the government leaked the Cassie tape. That it's a conspiracy. Like, dude, just take your L, man. Right. They not gonna lose on no RICO charge. The government when I think it's like a 90-some%. They don't
lose. Right.
No, they got enough.
That's what that's what young what's his name? What's that rapper name? NBA Young Thug or Young Blood.
NBA Young Boy.
Did he get a RICO?
Crypto. What they're doing is the model of R. Kelly on how they used RICO to put him down, saying that his enterprise, his business. So basically, Bad Boy Records was like a mafia. Like, and I hate to say it like this, junior mafia, no pun intended. Like, literally, his business is considered a mob.
A mob. Yeah.
Yeah. The thing that really got R. Kelly is that underage stuff. Is like
the underage. Yeah, that's
thing. That was what Tony, you didn't hear? That Diddy allegedly raped a 9-year-old boy that auditioned for his Bad Boy.
No, I ain't hear that, and I don't want to hear
Bad Boy. I ain't hear about that.
That's terrible. Yeah,
that is terrible.
And apparently,
Usher came out first.
Usher got raped too. I believe that. I truly do. I hate to say it, but I do. Usher and Justin. But Tupac told you about this guy.
Justin Timberlake.
No, Justin. No.
Bieber.
What's the one? Bieber. Yeah, because
they had the photos of him going around. That was wow.
Well, that was him and Jaylen Smith, though, wasn't it?
No, with him and So I don't know if you seen the video of him going around where he was saying, "Oh, if you want this for a gift, you got to do something." I forgot. I ain't. When I see that kind of stuff, I tend to not want to.
You turn it off.
That I tend to piss me off. I don't want to. That weird, the weirdo stuff like that.
Yeah, Diddy trying to get out that jail. He trying to get out of there.
Mr. Pop, you got the I don't check the link is in the it's pinned up there. Just click the link.
It's pinned.
Just come on up, Mr. Pop.
Yeah, Rico charges is the fastest way to get him to go down.
There's other ways to make them go down too, like Hennessy.
Oh Lord have mercy. Boy. But I ain't gonna lie, I think that video that's what I was telling everybody when they were talking about the Cassie video. I said, oh, he's done. Because she can't sue him anymore because of the settlement, but the feds can. It's a totally different jurisdiction. They could go after him. Mm-hmm. Oh Lord, Greg, you out of class?
He been acting civilized lately, Nene.
Homework.
Myself, and Irene.
I've been watching the Weather Channel the past couple hours. Crazy.
He's already over there. We waiting on dude to regain his power.
Yeah, I'm finna head out, guys. But I appreciate y'all for having me on, man. I'll see y'all. Hopefully, see y'all next time.
For sure, man.
Hey, Shake, stay safe,
yeah, man. Give us an update in the
sir.
morning if you can. Shake, give us an update on the morning.
No doubt, I will. All right, y'all. Be easy.
And there go Mr. Polk.
Be easy, man. Mr. Polk, you're in North Dade County, or are you away from the storm, Mr. Polk?
Yeah, I'm in South Dade. I'm in
South Dade. Okay, so you're far away from it. Okay.
Right.
So, Mr. Polk, was you in South Dade during Andrew, or you migrated down there after?
No, I was there when Andrew came through. In fact, Andrew really didn't hit the Miami area; it hit the South Dade area.
The South Dade, man.
It tore South
also
Dade.
Close to the Keys.
Well, it like I tell people that I jumped at the last minute because we were supposed to get the direct hit in Northwest Dade County, like where I'm at, Liberty City, Opelika, Carol City, Hialeah, that area. But once it went through Nassau, well, I guess they have mountains and stuff in Nassau. It made the eye wall jump at the last minute, and then it hit Homestead.
Homestead got destroyed. Homestead, Fuller City.
Well, the thing is, with hurricanes, there, even though they showed the projected track of them, these storms wobble. It's like if you take like a spinning top and you pull it, that spinning top will start moving almost like a straight line, but it will wobble along the way. That's what these storms also do. They wobble. And then with Hurricane Andrew, Hurricane Andrew was projected to be a Category 4 hurricane. What happened is it knocked down the radar at FIU, and Tampa picked it up just before it made landfall as a Cat 5. But it was a compact storm.
Yeah, that one, that's the one that I remember. And I'm like, nah, that one was dangerous. That I remember. I was like 8 years old when that came through, and I can remember every single step of the way. I know exactly where we were. That's before they had the hurricane proof windows, and it was bruh, and we had to board everything up with the plywoods, and we had double plywoods, and our door swung open instead of inward, so it swung outward. So we had to nail a plywood because we ran out of plywood to cover the whole door, so we had only half the bottom of it, so we had to nail it. And when I say, bro, they were my first time ever, mind you, at an 8-year-old, you could hear the things smashing against your window. You hear the wind trying to yank the door open. That this all you hear the whole time is boom, 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 like continuously. It doesn't stop. The whole time it's there. And then so we had the windows with the glass, the little small glass on the outside, and then another small glass on the inside, and it made one window. I don't know if y'all remember how those windows was created back then, right? The outside window, you heard it break and shatter. Bring, mind you, that had the plywood over it, and it broke through the plywood. So just imagine, we thinking this thing is over, because I'm like, it's eventually about to come through, but thank God it didn't. That plywood held up. But bruh, if we didn't put that plywood on, we were done. It broke that pressure because it wasn't too much rain. It was too much pressure. And you hear everything falling. You hear like eventually, and just imagine you sitting there. And one of the things, also the lightning struck the rooftop of one of the apartments in our area, and it sounded like a bomb. I'm talking about a complete bomb going boom. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is not. Yeah, that was. I remember that. I'm never gonna forget that. I was petrified when it was over. Now, mind you, back then, like we was out of power for months too. Like Florida wasn't, the whole state of Florida, especially in Miami, we wasn't prepared like that because it was so long since we had got a direct hit from a hurricane up to that point. Till I guess we forgot, and it took them months to get our power back on.
Right,
and it was.
No, go ahead.
No, you good. Go ahead.
With that happening, that's why a lot of things changed. It's changed the building codes. They changed the way. I'm even tell you, they even changed the way the streets, the signal lights. The signal lights used to hang like straight up and down.
Yeah.
They turned them sideways now because of how much damage it's done to it. They changed just like you mentioned the windows. Yet now you got hurricane proof windows and what have you. And it's just a lot of things change. Even now they're more prepared now. Just for her because Andrew really caught us off. Well, I'm not gonna say it caught us off guard, but it did more damage than they expected.
Yeah,
it did way more damage.
Yeah, we most definitely wasn't expecting that damage because we haven't seen one on that magnitude, at least in my lifetime. We haven't seen one like that. And man, that really, like you said, that changed the whole outlook of how they took care. Like you can't even build a building or anything else you're trying to do. If you're trying to build your own house, it had to be hurricane proof from the beginning. The whole structure, the way they build it, the foundation, the windows, the doors. They got you. They're like you got to have a hurricane proof doors, everything. Nothing is allowed to be built in the state of Florida anymore unless you meet those requirements, those building codes. And and they got them inspectors that come around that
that check
check your stuff, and you'll get fined, and you got to change it if you're not meeting up to the code requirement, the standards of the building code. So that one was it was an eye opener, and that's why when I'm looking at this, I'm like, I hope everybody take that serious and see the type of effect that it can have on you.
Well, the other thing is they changed the building code because the amount of money they had to spend on insurance claims.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because how they will,
huge.
like even how they do up here in North Carolina, they be in a rush to build communities, and they build them with cheap different plywood and different things like that. And as soon as you get a storm like that, it's gonna rip it. Like literally, Florida City looked like a bomb. Like when I remember Lawton Childs was the governor and they had him in the helicopter. Cause I don't know about you, Tony, but they had showed us videos in school once we finally returned. Cause we had a school delay. Cause Andrew happened August the 26th. So we was in the middle of our summer. We were supposed to go to school. And we had a delay because the school I went to was Vanny Blanton Elementary. We had to end up going to Miami Park because it was so much damage to Vanny Blanton. And see, that's the crazy part about it. The schools are usually a shelter. So
schools and churches. Yep.
So they had to look at the building code because down at Homestead, Cutler Ridge, a lot of people that are even called Gables are very affluent and have money. And they basically gypped those people by building those cheap houses just to get people in that area. And like I said earlier, Andrew on the dirty side of the hurricane had 200, I think, and 227 tornadoes in it.
Tornadoes. Oh my goodness.
The whole place looked like a bomb, a nuclear bomb. Homestead Air Force Base uprooted it. Planes. Like you gotta imagine what it takes to move a plane. Aircrafts thrown all over the place like toy paper planes. So that's why when I talk to people about storms, they be like, "Oh yeah," but I say, "But you didn't live Andrew. If you live Andrew, that'll make you look at things differently."
Yeah, once you experience that Andrew, you like no, you understand the type of impact that it can make, the destruction
Right.
a hurricane could create, and you don't take that lightly. When I seen that fall and when they start, I'm like, oh no, y'all gotta. That's why when Monday, I'm like, nah, hey Alex Lewis, y'all good? No, go figure that out, because regardless of thank God, you'd rather be safe than sorry any day of the week. I don't care.
Right.
Make sure you
Well,
board up, make sure you prepare and everything, because the destruction that could come, hey, you can't do nothing mid hurricane. You can't go ahead and change your mind
right.
and say, okay, let me put these boards up now. It's too late now. Yeah,
Not
go ahead, Cooper.
right.
Yeah, you
Not
don't want
not
to
to
build
bring
up on
what
this.
not to bring this discussion up what we talked about earlier on spaces. What we should have added to the conversation is the insurance aspect of it, because most
Mm-hmm.
of the claims is going to have to be through your insurance providers. If you have some sort of insurance, like homeowners insurance or whatever, you get total loss damages and things like that. About 90% of all of your claims is going to really be your insurance providers,
Yeah,
on the back end when it comes to that. Like when businesses lose things out, they're going to get the biggest claims through their personal insurance providers. That's who's going to be paying out the bulk of all of the claims, you know, when it comes to it. And sometimes insurance companies don't even want to pay out when it comes to that.
Yeah, that's why you gotta take pictures of your property and make sure that you have that stuff time stamp. Lord, they trying to evacuate people. It's too late now. There's nothing you
from
can
what?
do at that. Well, I'm looking at the Weather Channel. Looks like I think some people got stuck downstairs and they trying to go upstairs because they showing the Charlotte Harbor, and you got people that's trying to run up like a floor or two because that whole part is now flooded. This is the kind of stuff, Tony. It makes me mad because, and I get people when you have experience. They always say experience sometimes is your worst person to deal with, because then they'll tell you how many storms they've been through. Like, yeah, that don't matter though. Like, at some point, you've been blessed and lucky that you haven't been harmed from all of these storms. All it takes is the one big one to set it off. And for Andrew, that was a lot of people telling you we're around the same age. You remember watching Channel 7 when them people didn't want to evacuate? When
Mm-hmm.
they were down there, they were
Mm-hmm.
telling them people to leave, and people was out there surfing and doing all kinds of stuff. And
Yeah,
my grandma like, them people better get up out of there because this thing is not no joke. But yeah, I hate it because now all the rescue workers are gonna have to risk their lives to go
yeah.
and save people when all they could have did was just left. You know what I mean?
And it be them people that, and it unfortunately be the older people that think they it's like, nah, we survived this one, we survived this one, we not gonna let this one. And they like, yo, but this is different. That one was the two, that one was that one didn't come with this type of. See, when it come with that flood, that water, it become a whole different monster. You don't want that water along with that wind speed, because now, like you say right now, if you get stuck on below sea level or underground, you gotta get above that, and it's too late. You can't go outside, and you can't go elevate too much. So now you just stuck, and you at the mercy of nature, and you don't want to be in that predicament. That's not a good predicament to be in.
And
You know
like
what I'm
where we from, we got all them canals. So once those things overflood, now you're not just dealing with just regular water. You dealing with wildlife
saying?
in water. That happened
Yeah,
to Andrew a lot. Not Andrew, Katrina. A lot of people got killed in their houses because them alligators and them crocodiles got. Well, I don't know if they have. I know they got crocodiles in New Orleans, but a lot of people were getting killed by the wildlife because not only did they drown, but they got. Hate to say it, they got eaten alive by wildlife. People gotta
yeah.
take it serious.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I forgot what a place was, but they had the sharks. I mean, the sharks was swimming on the expressway. I said, oh no.
Can you imagine that riding on I-95, people to your left and your right? And
Sharks, sharks just
Jones.
right next to you, waiting to change lanes.
Hey, look, I'm looking for a ride. Get me out of here. And
But
see, with Florida, you could get the salt water and the fresh water because
fresh water,
some
yeah.
people live on the intercoastal. So you're dealing with the sharks and the alligator. Child, bye. That's why I couldn't
I
do it.
saw Nene to that point. I saw a video of this crocodile grumping over and just grabbing somebody's pet or dog or something they had in his
Mm-hmm.
mouth. And then
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dang. It's just that dog didn't even know what was in the water, man.
Yeah, them things, man. Them
I was
and them
like, wow, it
alligators.
just grabbed it. The dog was probably looked like it was probably already dead because it drowned, but it had the alligator had it in its mouth and pulled it up on the thing.
Yeah,
Well,
them
that
and
ain't
them,
no different than that man kicked that alligator to get that dog out of his mouth. I saw that. Hit him with a damn pot. Bam! Got the dog
Oh yeah,
out.
oh yeah,
yeah, them things, them alligators. Hey man, them things be
yeah. It
monsters. I
ain't no
don't know if you
joke. I don't
seen
mess
them.
around with crocodiles like that.
Them things get massive, massive, bro. You be like, what? Nah, stay away from them. That's the thing about too. What going up to close about what Alex done, man. I'm like, oh man, because you got to go. There's only one way to get out there where they are. You have to go through Alligator Alley. So,
Is he okay?
Right.
Is he okay, Tony? Is he
yeah, yeah,
good?
yeah. He good. Where he at? Lou, we back. Welcome back, Lou.
Yeah, what's good?
Yeah, you kind of breaking up, but we heard you say what's good.
Milton on his neck right now.
Hmm.
He like, I want to say hello to the chat.
Yeah, the thing about Alex is it's terrible. That's the only bad thing about Alex is that he it's terrible out there where he had with any service he's out there in them sticks. You know what I'm saying? It's good to be out there because you want to land and all that, but boy, when the phone services are horrible, horrible. Cause boy,
Yeah,
they
listen, I guess I was trying to come back, but I guess my service is horrible. I'm not gonna ruin the stream, but
no,
yeah,
you
we
good
getting
now.
hit hard out here. We getting
Is
hit
it
real hard right now. We in the middle of it right now.
if for real?
Well,
You
I'm just saying on the weather. I just looked at because I got the weather channel on here at the crib, and there's a dude that's standing basically in downtown Florida. And well, right now he said in downtown Tampa, he's experiencing, I guess it's 90-mile-an-hour winds. He said 85 to 90 with wind gusts of 110, like gusts that
yeah.
come out to
Hmm.
110, but sustained winds of like 85 to 90.
Yeah, yeah,
And
he in
this
it.
is just the
Yeah.
beginning of it. So yeah, we getting hit hard right now.
Yeah, that's gonna be. Yeah, when you get on when you get up to that, yeah, that means yeah, it's that time. That's when you're gonna start hearing them hinges and everything shaking and moving, and you start hearing things fall. Man, you be hearing them trees fall. Man, I don't know if y'all ever heard a light pole fall and boom, it's like man,
Yeah, those. And then the other thing is
and then that
too,
electricity. Zoom, oh man,
when it gets so quiet, because I don't know about you, but in '92 you didn't have like the internet and that, so we had the battery radio, and we
mm-hmm.
was listening to Brian Norcross. I don't know if you remember him, but
I
he
don't
rode
either.
us. No, he was the one white guy that rode everybody through the storm. He was the only one that was right. If you remember, he was the only one that called exactly where it was going to hit. He was the one that said this thing is going to be one of the worst hurricanes ever, and that it was going to hit Homestead. And then he said the power going to go off around midnight. I looked at that clock; it said midnight, and everything just shut off. I'm like, damn, Brian Norcross out here, a prophet.
Oh man, I mean he would
Yeah.
he must be the one had to control it then.
Well, I'm
Like,
telling you,
well, shout out to
I'm gonna send you the video, Tony. And once you see him, you're gonna be like, I know who Nene talking about now, because they even gave this man like I think the president gave him an award because like his voice got a lot of people through in terms of what he was telling everybody to do. Like people were stuck in their houses and everything else. Um, yeah, whew. But another thing too, I live by Silver Blue Lake, so the
Mhm,
a lot of times those trees that are around Silver Blue, they are actually rooted in the lake.
mhm.
So literally, the lake was coming up because the trees were pulling out of the water, and that's a sound you'll never forget. Like you still go over there to the Boys and Girls Club on 19th Avenue side. Well, yeah, 19th Avenue side. You can still see them trees pulled up from 1992. They never
Oh,
really grew back the way they were supposed to.
yeah,
You can
yeah, that's
from
permanent
19
damage.
from 30 years ago, Nene.
I'm telling you, I was home. I was home. When was I home? What, May, April of this year? And I went by the Boys and Girls Club and I looked around the perimeter. So Silver Blue Lake connects like three apartment complexes. It's Silver Blue, the regular blues, and then it's the other ones. And then you got the apartments called the Colors. And then you have an actual Boys and Girls Club called the Northwest Boys and Girls Club. And that whole lake kind of surrounds all those buildings. So, like, if you look around, we used to go back there and fish. Yes, I know how to fish, gentlemen. But we used to go back there and fish. And
Look at old boy. Look at old boy real quick, Tony. Look at old boy.
Who? Oh,
yeah, that's what
oh,
I'm talking
yo,
about. The one that's standing outside.
Lewis, they on my I got one on my screen right now too. Tripping. I'm like, man, what you doing? That's a lady on my screen. She tripping.
But Tony, that was the guy I was saying that was in the middle of the median with his legs
Oh,
spread
that's the one Lewis
out.
was talking about.
I said,
Yeah,
it looked
he
like a tree almost hit him earlier. I said,
tripping.
boy.
Oh, I just got a text for Alex. He said he good, but he said that the eye just about to hit. So they getting into the worst part up until 1 o'clock. But he just tested.
Oh, he didn't evacuate. He stayed.
Yeah, his house. He built his house from ground up, so they pretty good. He's not in. Alex is in Naples. They're not in a mandatory evacuation zone. Like
okay.
Yeah. There a lot of other people they had mandatory evacuation. So, and even though his meet all the codes, the requirements. So, he's further inland too, kind of like in the same situation Lewis would be in up there where he had in Tampa. He is too, so it doesn't affect him as much. So as long as you got it built the correct way, you'll be fine. Sometimes it's better to do that than be at them. Well, unless you got shelter. See, the thing about where he's at, it's kind of, he's out there and they got a lot of land, so there isn't too many places that's close to where they can use their shelters and stuff. Like you got to drive all the way out. So their big issue would be like trees or certain things like that. But the way you got to build it, he fine. It's good out there. The way they got it built and stuff like that. He's more water don't come in. Oh.
Yeah, but the battery radio was clutch because once the power went out, it still could hear what's going on.
Yeah, man. That's what got us by, bro. That battery radio got us by. Like people don't understand. Like I'm talking about, our power was off for months.
Yeah, 3 months. We live in the same area, so it's 3 months.
Months, bro. Like I'm like, listen. I can remember, just like I remember exactly where I was in the storm. I know the exact scenario. We was all sitting in the living room, looking outside. Everybody had, at this point, I was living in the projects of the projects. Everybody had their windows up, the doors open, and it was midday, probably like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, mind you, back in these days, there was no cell phones and stuff like that automatic uploaded. So you could get the time on. So we still had the battery clock. And I remember the first time we sitting there, we were in it and the fan came on. And it was in the daytime. So we looking and the fan came on. And we not paying attention. And back then, if you remember, Nene, it was them big old, you used to have them radios that you had the CD, the tape deck, the volume control. Yep. You had to buy piece by piece.
The whole.
So we had that with the whole speakers and all that. So we just have to look on it, and the station, the channel station was flashing, and we all looked like, yo, the lights on, bro. In the middle of the day, on God, and everything I love, we went and turned every light on in our house. Everything that had power, we turned it on. Just to make sure and just to appreciate the light and the electricity again. Never took that for granted again. You know what I'm saying? Never, ever took that for granted. I mean, we closed the door, and at that time, too many. At least I know where we were. Too many people didn't have central AC. It wasn't as common as then, so we all had the window AC units. We turned all them things on, let the house cool off and all that. And I don't know, what saved us too, Nene? I don't know if y'all had that, right? But back in 92, there weren't, which I don't know, they need to do this more often. There weren't too many electrical stoves back then. Everyone was still running, majority of people were running off gas stoves. That's how we were able to get clean water. That's where they taught you how to clean your water, boil it and put whatever, go get the little stuff to clean it. So you have that. Yeah. And also, that's how we was able to not have to have cold showers. I don't know if y'all know, but back in the days when you used to cook them greens, you used to have them huge pots. I'm like, them pots.
Oh yeah.
It's huge, and we'll put that on the stove and boil the water and pour it in a tub, and that's why we
yeah.
Be like, bro. Then mind you, we had to do this for months. months.
That man G talking about flat Earth, bro.
Yo,
Well, Tony, we had
Oh yeah, G's a flat earther.
we did the barbecue grill. We
oh
had
yeah, we had
coals and we did the barbecue.
We barbecue. I mean, that's how every. I mean, I ain't gonna say ever, but my mom, all the friends and all that. This and I ain't gonna like. That's you know what. That's a good thing. That's when you know when people saying, where you live at, because like I said, I lived in. It was dangerous where I lived at. You know what I'm saying? People die, but when you talk about your people coming together, we all had to sleep with our doors open. We all had to hustle together. We all was in the same boat. When we couldn't get it, I remember, even though it might be bad, but when the store was opening, and this is the first time, we didn't understand about price gouging until that time. And when we go to these stores, and now you trying to charge us $4 for a fucking loaf of bread, when we know back in the day, man, you get a loaf of bread for like 89 cents. What you doing?
Yeah.
You get what I'm
White
saying?
bread at that.
Yeah, white bread. Be like, oh, really? Bro, they was going in there. I'm talking about teamwork. Okay, you go there, we gonna block them. Nigga, everybody was working together to survive. Everyone. And then we had to do, I remember it was Mr. Pierre and it was Mr. We used to call him Mendoza. Mr. Mendoza, he had the corner store. And he used to go in there and everybody, bro. That's the one time when he used to give out credit on a convenience store for the people that he knew lived in them projects. You go in there, he would write it down manually, and when that FEMA check came in, that's when everybody was paying that man back. He was taking care of everybody in the hood. Everyone started to stick together. We always out there barbecuing. We was all, I mean, if you ran out of Choco and they didn't have it, and you had the grill, you would go to your neighbor and they would help you barbecue. We had to get together because everybody's cars was under those trees. We started pulling them trees and cutting things out the way. And I remember you used to have to make a path to get to the store because you had trees on top of trees on top of trees on top of trees. We had to figure out a way to make a path to get to the store, and the convenience store around the neighborhood, because they were the only people that was running off generators. And everybody would come by the neighborhood and be like, yo, what time y'all going to the store? We're gonna go to the store. What we gonna do? We used to cook as a unit. We was to clean up as a unit, and we all used to go to sleep and chill like a unit because we all had to come together. No one had power. Everybody was hot. You know what I'm saying? We was taking care of each other as a community. So that's the one thing that I took from that. I was young and I remember that. Until today, how us as people came together to help each other. We didn't need the government to come in and help us at all.
And see, Tony, that's why the grandmas and the grandpas were so good, because they taught you how to survive.
Yeah,
we went out there and went fishing, catch your fish, clean your fish, fry it, all those different things, because the help wasn't getting to us because Homestead needed it worse than what we were getting, to be honest.
Homestead was actually flattened, and they temporarily had closed the Air Force base down. Now I don't know if they ever reopened it, but they had to close it down because it had got flat.
They did reopen it. I was actually there a couple of years ago. It's beautiful now too.
Oh, okay, that's good to hear. There, that's good to hear.
And to your point, Nene, I can remember when that was the time when I had to learn. I'm 8 years old at the time. That's when I learned how to scale fish and then cut it open and gut the fish and then clean it and do all of that. We learned that. It was me, my mom, my grandma, my auntie, my two of my uncles, and we and all their children. We all was in the same in the same house, because ours was one of the houses that didn't collapse. The thing that collapsed in our house was just the roof in my room. It collapsed afterwards. It came in, so we had our house with our apartment complex was intact for the most part, because that's when all the apartment complex were townhouses, and they had to meet.
Maybe it's me. I thought I lost you, but go ahead. You could.
No, I'm here. But yeah, so we had to learn, like, basically everything we learned. That's when you learn you can't just drink regular water. You got to make sure it's clean. That's when you learn how to get the Choco, and when you don't got a Choco, how to use them branches to keep that fire going. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't just go to the store and just keep getting Choco. That's when, bro, you learned so many things, and it was just like a different time. Like, even just to keep the time going. Like, I remember we used to get the the rent, the plywood that we was using, we'll put it on the sidewalk and just use our bikes to rent just to make things to have to entertain yourself with, and that's when the girls used to do the patty cakes, and we used to like
spade and domino
spades
tables.
and tongue. I learned all that time. At 8 years old, I learned how to play spades. I learned how to play Jim Romy. I learned how to play tongue. I learned all of that because you had at that point you had to come together. You had to be a community at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Tony, and another thing is that because it was already summer, but that heat after, like that day after, is something I never felt before. It was a different type of heat in terms of because all the streets are flooded, and then it's Miami on top of that. But that aftermath was nasty. But then, like I said, we have respect for our elders. Now, some of the goons went down south and were robbing people. I know you remember that too. That's when that's when they had to bring the National Guard down there because people were actually going down south and robbing them rich houses down there. So it wasn't all good in the hood. People still did things, but the community, it really valued our older people because they taught you how to survive off that land. Like my grandma said, you ain't cute. I don't care if you're a girl. Get down here and dig this worm. Know how to put it on the hook. Know how to cut the fish head off. Says you want to eat tonight, you better figure this out. So, and that's why I think.
Go ahead, finish, Nene.
You still there, Nene?
Nene, you there?
She might have got cut out. She's not in the storm, is she? No, she in North Carolina.
No, she ain't Carolina.
Hey, Lou, you still here with us, Lou? I think he was quiet for a minute. He probably lost Lou too.
Oh, I'm in North Carolina. Y'all know that.
Yeah, you're in North Carolina. He was making sure.
You lost power. You didn't. Lewis didn't lose power, did he?
I don't know. He's still up there, so I'm trying to make sure, see if he can see it. See, once you get into the thick of things, the thing, you know what? Probably could be them towers probably going out too.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, the towers could be the actual cell towers. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. That's the thing that it get to you, and you be like, oh man, and it's everywhere. It's hopefully, I mean, it don't get to that point, but it do teach you you start valuing things in life. You know what I'm saying? And if you notice too, it just look at like our generation, like look how we value the simple things in life. Like most of us are not the flashy type and not the people that want to go in and that got to impress and be on social media just to impress you and putting the highlights on there like that. That's not what we do because like that really humbled you and grounded you. And learned you taught you appreciation of life and period in general because bro, like, and you learn how, to get along with your brothers. You know what I'm saying? Because let's just be 100% honest. Before that, a lot of people didn't get along with the project. Everybody didn't like each other, but at that point, we all needed each other. We all needed one another. So we put all your differences aside and you want to know one thing. I don't know if you noticed this, Nene, but during that time, there was rarely any law enforcement in our community.
No, they weren't down there. They were not down there.
There was not them people. We were all governing ourselves, and it was you. That was a different. I'm talking about. If y'all lived through that, that was a different life form right there. It was different. I don't think a lot of people will be able to survive that type of stuff. For real.
Hold on, Tony. They let over aggressive Negroes like you govern themselves. Damn.
Yes. I was 8 years old. I was 8 years old at the time, Bonjo.
I was 9.
Hey, how you doing up there, Bonjo? I see you still got your power. Did that generator?
Still got power. Got power. Still got power. Kids running around playing, watching Lego Masters. I just got off work, washed up, about to get on it. Party.
I see you. I think Lou might have lost his tower because it's showing he up here, but we can't. We don't hear him, bro. How has it gotten bad for y'all already, Bonjo, or no?
No, not really. We had some gusts. We had some wind gusts that kicked up for a while, but not for long. I still have power. I just literally got off work. And
where you at, Bonjo?
I'm in St. Cloud. When I step outside right now, you can see it's a little windy, but ain't not too crazy. The streets are a little wet, but trees are
I
still
think
out.
that's north of Tampa, ain't it?
No, that's we're on
Like
the
probably west, right?
yeah, we're west of east of Tampa.
East of town. I'm sorry, east of
Yeah.
town. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, we're
gotcha.
east of Tampa. We're like a good hour 15 away from Tampa.
Okay.
But no, it's straight right now. Nobody, it's not too crazy. It's just a little breeze. But it's not supposed to get here. Like the weather's supposed to deteriorate around like 12 o'clock around here. That's when it's really supposed to go to shit here.
Okay,
But,
so you still got, let's say, 2.5 hours before you get in the midst of it.
yeah, so we had a couple beater bands, but right now kids still playing. I got the blow up beds. Everybody got to be sleeping downstairs. You know, a whole little party. You know.
How long is it supposed to last for y'all? Are y'all supposed to be
Not long actually.
like two hours? Probably like 2 o'clock.
About 2-3 hours. That's it.
Okay, so that speed is it really
it's moving.
it help out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about my sister because she's north of me and more deeper into Orlando. And that's where the dirty side's supposed to be in.
Oh man.
So she's gonna be in the dirty side of things. I told her, listen, if you lose power and I still got power, pull up on me.
Yeah.
So,
okay, so yeah, at least you. I'm more concerned now and see if when Lou come back up here and see. I was able to get in contact with Alex. I know the last thing he told me, he was saying
What's up, Von Joe? Von Joe, you not on the floor in your bathroom hugging your toilet?
No. I'm not doing that. I just got off work, Crypto. Goddamn. Oh, these are the steel ice cubes I was telling you about.
Oh, I've never seen that before. Von Joe.
So
how do that work?
What happened? You put them in the freezer?
Yep. You put them in the freezer. They get real cold, and you put them in the drink, and now it keeps the drink cold, but it doesn't water it down.
You ain't got to water it down. Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
That is actually a good.
That's real nice. That's a real good thing to have, especially with liquor. You don't want water in your liquor.
Yeah, especially your whiskey. You don't want to water that whiskey down. You want to get, it's nice and cool. Get all the flavors, all the tones. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sound
How long
like
you keeping in the freezer for? For like a half hour?
No, it's these ice cubes stay in the freezer.
Oh, okay.
They stay in the freezer, and that whiskey I was telling you about, Crypto. Here it is right here.
Oh, that's it right there.
Yeah,
Toko.
that Japanese whiskey.
Is that Toki or Taki?
Listen, bro, I just drink it, bro. I think it's Taki or Toki. I don't know.
You're not a pronouncer, huh? Toki. However you want to pronounce it, right, Von Joe?
Yeah, right now, this is the pronunciation for me.
I know.
Yeah.
Hey, Von Joe,
but you said you're not mixing with nothing, though, right?
Hey, Von Joe,
you're not mixing.
Your gated community. Well, yeah, his gated community still working. He said
it's still working. Tony.
He said he's not working in Wellington.
You know they're not shutting that down.
So they land on the sidewalk.
Hey, when you pay that HOA, baby, sometimes you gotta pay to play, Tony.
Right, pay to play. There you go.
Okay. Shout out to the HOA.
That's right. That's right. You gotta pay to play.
That tab. All right, I got you, Von Joe. I'm gonna say, that tab. You had to take that tab. Make sure he real good out there.
Yeah, but hey, man, if y'all listening, we got a great little hurricane party by our boys here holding it down, keeping us entertained. Yeah. Make sure y'all hit the like button, man.
That outdoor kitchen, man. You got that outdoor kitchen, Monjo?
No, that's at my mom's house. My mom refused to cook any food in her house.
Oh, for real?
Okay. Yeah, she has a kitchen inside and a kitchen outside, and a kitchen outside.
Right, exactly. Yeah, them outdoor. They be having them outdoor kitchens.
She don't like her inside. She don't like the inside of her house smelling like food.
Oh, yeah, most most parents. Yeah.
But here's the thing, Tony. She has a whole catering business. So I'm like, yo, what are you on?
Yo, for real?
Yeah, she has a whole catering business. So I'm like, well, you don't want the house smell like food? You know, wrong business.
He said you could get steel spheres that you could freeze also.
Yeah, I saw the spheres, but the cubes were just a little easier to manage.
Oh, okay. Yo, y'all up me for real. I never even heard of that. On God, I did. I'm like, what? I ain't never seen that before. Boy said, I need all the flavor. You heard me drinking that water down. It's levels. I see Von Joe. It's levels. I got you.
I don't want no water in my bro. I don't want no water when I sip my thing, bro. That thing gotta be. Give me all the flavors, all the characters, bro.
Yeah. I'm taking notes, Von Joe. I got you.
But nah, man, we up here chilling. You know, I think the wife just got done with her book club here. So yeah, man, everything
Now
good.
y'all pretty get ready. God, dog, I hope that's gonna be what? Yeah, no, that's gonna be 5 hours.
Yeah, so we'll probably have a little Mario party on the Switch with the kids and everything, and just ride it out.
You got generator Vonjo?
Nah, I put all the generators, both of the generators at my mom's house.
Okay.
Because if anything,
you gonna have to ride. Well, you got to ride the storm out anyway.
Yeah, we ride it out. So I mean, it's gonna be overnight. If we lose power, we lose power for long. But mom's house is way bigger than mine, so everybody just congregate over there.
Okay, so you good? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes. My mom's is like 10 minutes away. So if anything, we just migrate over there. We good.
And when you said she got 2 generators,
we got 2 generators over there.
Okay, so y'all ain't really. So you good? Then you really ain't got too much.
Yeah, you know she caters, so she got like 2 generators over there. She got like 3 deep freezers. So we just move everything over there.
You got to stop for catering. Yeah, you got to have the space too.
Bro, I kid you not. So I went to go see my mom's last night, right? And just making sure the pool drained out the pool, made sure everything was good. All right, bet. And I see her making patties. I'm like, yo, what are you on right now? Bro, she said those people still putting in orders for patties.
Oh,
and
really?
Coming to pick them up. Yes, and they came and picked them up in the morning.
Hey, you got to eat, Vonjo.
So they not, hey.
Why not eat? Why you eating out the store?
So, it is what it is. Mom still made that bread. She's like, no, I'm going to get this money, damn it.
hey, people want good food even during the storm, Vonjo. One monkey don't start no show.
Yeah,
you gotta get that bread. Wait, listen, I need all that.
Exactly, I ain't mad at that at all, Playboy. I'm not mad at that.
Damn, I ain't mad at that. But I mean, at least y'all good. So, and then the time, like you said, the time that it's gonna hit y'all, that'll be overnight. Y'all,
by the time it's gonna be overnight, everybody should sleep. I got the AC turned all the way down, keeping it nice cool.
Oh, we got Lou back.
Okay, my dog Lou back. All right, Lou. So
what up, baby? What up, baby?
Hey, how you do that? I hope you seen those steel cubes that
Lou don't know nothing about these right here.
Thing he got steel cubes.
Lou don't know nothing about these.
Yeah, I say nah.
I don't know nothing about that.
Right, I'm like. You say it keeps the liquor cold, but you don't got to worry about it getting watered down.
Exactly. So you got all the flavor, Playboy.
Tony, that man Vonjo drinking sweet tea right now, man. Don't let that man drinking sweet tea right now. God damn it.
He got some little Japanese drink over there. He look like.
All right, let him know, Tony. Let him know.
Yeah, he look like he working with a little something over there.
Hey man, how the hell you drinking on something you don't know how to pronounce? God damn it.
That's a fact.
Bro, I don't need to pronounce something to know that it tastes good. What you mean?
Oh, what's up, Urban?
What we talking about?
Mudbone say sweet tea.
He
sound back.
Yeah, Mudbone, get on his ass. That's sweet tea, goddammit.
Where you been at, Urban? How about you back? They shut you down, Urban? Everybody got shut down?
Yeah, Urban lost power?
I don't know. He said I'm back. I'm trying to figure it out.
This is what we are right here, Louis. You pronounce this for me then, bro. Go ahead and pronounce this for me, Louis.
Hard Mike's Lemonade. That's what that is.
You must take me for crypto. You take me for crypto. That's what you are right now. You taking me for crypto.
He said Hard Mike's Lemonade.
But Tony, when you put that thing in the freezer, bro, put the drink in the freezer, put it on the ice cube. Hey, bro, that thing comes out a little, you know.
So, typically, how long do those skews stay cold?
They stay cold for a minute because it could be because I put my yak in the freezer also. Okay. So when you put it in the freezer, it has almost like a little syrup pour to it. Yeah. So you already know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I like to leave my thing in the freezer. You know, people like Lou, they take them things off the shelf in the store and start drinking right there.
Hey, Irv, where you at, Irv?
Lou get that yak and get that Hennessy and be like, "Hey man, where's my cup? Where's my paper cup?"
Yeah.
My bag of ice.
Louis
be like, "Where's my bag of ice?"
That serve in a styrofoam cup. Well, I'm a bag of ice dude too, Vondo. So you kind of talk about me too, though.
Nah, bro, I used to go back in the day when we used to. This was back in the college days when we used to go partying, bro. We say, "Hey, man, we got a pregame before we slide to the club."
Yeah,
the boys in the car, bro. We got the little red cups, the solo cups, and you know the corner store give you the little bag of ice.
Yeah, the little you know what time it is. Buy a drink, you get that free bag of ice, my boy.
Hey, you already know we outside with it. We sliding.
Yeah, that's why they give you them little plastic cups. Now we need them red cups. You know what time?
Hey man, real quick, let me give y'all. Let me try to give y'all a live little lookout. We got trees and shit coming down in front of my mom's crib. Hold on. I don't know if y'all can see this.
Yeah, hold on. Let me zoom. Let me full screen
I
it.
can't see nothing.
Oh, I see the tree. Yeah, I see the tree felled over in their own porch.
Tree.
Yeah, there's trees blowing everywhere. Trees falling down. Oh shit! God damn.
Get back inside, Lou.
Yeah, it's getting bad out here.
Oh yeah, you won't. Yeah, you definitely got to get back inside.
Dang. By the time, because the eye's supposed to be coming near me, it's either coming over me or near me. But by the time,
this is that big ass tree right here.
What? God, dog.
That an oak tree?
It's over the goddamn porch.
Yeah, you know that's a strong wind. It's knocking down oak trees.
Boy, Lou, bring out the chainsaw.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We got the chainsaw.
That's for tomorrow. God damn it.
Lou about to be a lumberjack.
You got some firewood. You got you some firewood for the wintertime. God damn it.
Lou got the beard to be a lumberjack anyway. So.
Hey, Lou, do y'all get winners
Get
in
that
Tampa?
firewood ready.
Hey, Lou they don't get no goddamn winners up there in Tampa.
But send some of that firewood up here, then I can use it.
Tallahassee get cold.
Yeah, in Tallahassee, it damn sure gets cold. I think the coldest it was here in Tampa was that Christmas Day of last year for the Dolphins Green Bay game, nigga. It was like 30.
Yep.
It was like 39 or 31 here in Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
It got into it was cold.
Yeah, because it was 30, 39, 38 here. I remember me and Mo was there, and we had our hand over the grill the whole time. I was like, God, dog, I wish I would have bought some gloves, man. You know what I'm saying? I trying to hold them cold Heinekens and them cold Coronas, man, out there freezing, man.
But Tony, you would have loved the when it snowed down here.
Nah, in Tallahassee it did recently snow, right?
No. It snowed. When I was a little boy, it snowed down here in Miami.
Oh, okay. Right.
Snow.
Right.
Hold on. This man said when he was a little boy, God damn.
Hey,
I heard it actually.
I ain't ashamed with that. I'm an OG.
I know Mr. Polk.
Like snow in Miami one time.
This man said when it snowed in Miami, there was like Mr. Polk. That was like what 102 years ago.
Yeah, get out of here.
102. Damn.
Yeah,
that's Kingsville, Texas for you right there.
Hey, goddamn it! Don't be talking shit to my. That's my motherfucking brother, Mr. Paul. Goddamn it! You better tread lightly, goddamn it.
Triple OG, Mr. Paul, Triple OG. What you doing?
Tread lightly with Mr. Paul. Goddamn
it. We're in the Centenarian Club.
I didn't see snow until I was in my mid-30s. The first time I ever seen snow.
Goddamn.
Mm-hmm. I went out my first time in Ohio, Gillian, Ohio. That's my first time seeing snow.
Oh, you weren't even in Florida.
Hold on. What you doing in Gillian, Ohio?
God damn. Hey,
what's nobody coaxed you out there, bro?
I know.
No, well, my brother, I got an older brother. He lives in Columbus, Ohio. And I used to drive trucks, so I had a load going to Gillian.
That's a good story, Tony. That's a good story, bro.
Hey,
he used to drive trucks. You say he used to drive trucks, so you know he had a lot lizard. He had to go drive.
Oh no!
Oh, Tony was messing with them lot lizards. Oh shit!
Nah, no, do that. Nah.
Hey, Tony,
he was taking care of them lot lizards.
Hey, Tony, look what you done started, dog. Ever since you started, look, now everybody's coming after my brother Batman, man. What's good, man?
Oh,
man,
Batman is good out there. At the end was at the pen. Oh wow, that went.
Hey, bro, you know I wore. Lou, I wore the shirt just for him, bro.
Oh, you did? Oh, look at Vondo showing support.
Hey, that's some nasty work. God damn it, that's nasty work.
Hey, Eichenberg's opening up the IHOPs, man.
Hey,
Dang.
Vonjo,
franchise.
go get
What, fool?
that clock tape, get like the blue one, and put the word "free" on it, and put it on top of the Batman. Free Batman. Free that for that boy.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah, my boy.
for a reason. Yeah,
my boy cooks.
Yeah, it was it was the Patriots, Irvin. Let's not get too excited. You know what I'm saying? Batman been out since 2, man.
Hey, man, listen,
they did go out about the same time when you think about it. They
I
both out at the same time.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Just salute to Tony real quick, because he's the one that fired this thing up, and he's the one that's had this thing open for 3 hours and 30 minutes, man.
Yeah.
So salute to you, Tony.
Yeah, for sure, man. You know, if the Blitz pick up having a free panel, bro, I'm gonna show up and show love. But hey, man, I gotta get back to the family.
Man.
So I'll holler at y'all, man.
Yeah. Hey, be safe out there, Von.
Don't go too heavy on that Japanese thing, man.
Hey, you already know, man. We good. We good.
Yeah, all love, man.
All right, take it easy, man.
Yeah, he got an hour and 15 minutes before the shit show start over there, Lewis, and or St. Cloud. So St. Cloud. Well, yeah, St. Cloud, right?
Yeah, he said St. Cloud.
St. Cloud, yeah. So he got an hour and like 15 minutes. Mudbone said, refresh that tea. he told that boy to refresh the tea. No, he was in hey, God, dog. So that means when y'all about to start closing up, it's about to get the show about to just start get this party about to just start for Von Joe.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
He said, but hopefully it done died down at least to he said a category 2.
2. They were saying by the time it hit the coast.
Yeah, because he's closer to that he's closer to the eye. It's not by him, but he says he's close. I mean, it's not on him, but it's close to the eye. That's right. When the nastiness happened, boy. You know, when I experienced that once and only. You don't got to experience that. Crypto, what y'all got up there in your area?
No, we only get the remnants of like the aftermath of most of the storms.
So y'all don't get no natural disaster.
We don't get like the kids. No,
oh, you got natural disasters everywhere.
Tremors, but not like always occurring. No, we don't get. We haven't gotten them. We had an earthquake.
Yeah, we just got a flash flooding warning all the way up to 2 a.m.
Oh, you really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm surprised we didn't get none of them. Now that I think about it, we didn't get no flash flood warnings, nothing.
We have had an earthquake up here before, and that messed up the monument for several years. They had to repair it, but it wasn't like a major one like the ones out in California. The whole ground opening up, swallowing you.
Oh, so y'all actually did get an earthquake?
Yeah, it was like a small tremor, but it was strong enough to freaking damn near do a lot of damage to the monument.
Okay.
So yeah, some buildings around the Capitol area. But yeah, we felt it all the way. I was in Virginia at the time. Felt it all the way over there. And that was like a 2. That was real low. It's like a 2 point something on the Richter scale.
Oh man, I wonder if that happened. I see.
Yeah, imagine if it was a damn freaking 8 or 7. That whole thing would have came down. They had to rebuild it from scratch.
Yeah, like they be having over there in Japan and what have you, man. They be getting some strong ones over there. 7 points, something, 8 points, something. Good grief.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mr. Pope.
And what
I can't deal with that.
And see, California's on that fault that's constantly moving.
Yeah.
From time to time. Yeah.
Andreas.
Big fault. Yep.
The Andreas fault.
I don't want. I know they get them in Arizona too. I mean, not Arizona, Ohio. They get earthquakes too.
They get them there. Yeah, tremors and stuff. I mean, they happen throughout, but it's just on lower scales. The closer to the fault line you are, the greater the impact of it. Them quakes.
Yeah, my brother was telling me about it. He was like his first time experiencing it when he lived in Columbus, Ohio. He just all of a sudden everything just starts moving. The ground just starts moving. See, now that's the thing. I be like, yeah, see stuff like that you can't control. Like how do you prepare for a earthquake? You don't.
You don't. Right. You just got to go with the flow. It's kind of like,
right.
you know what I'm saying?
You're
It's
100% at the mercy of nature at that point.
100%.
The only thing about that, okay, I think Lou said bring them up or something like that.
I don't see him. Right.
I just seen the message from. Oh, well, maybe that's. Oh, okay, that's from Finn's tailgate. My bad.
What mess?
Oh, okay, yeah, because I seen they just went over there. Yeah, they it was gonna, but he went to Lou. They went to what I was going to say. Oh yeah, what you were saying about the earthquake crypto?
No, the thing is they have seismic detectors that can sometimes detect the earthquake, you know, as it starts, and then they can try to give you sort of a warning.
Seismographs, yeah, they do, to try to give you a warning.
Oh, for
the small enough tremors to tell you if one's about to happen.
Right.
Yeah, they do have those early detection, but like the big split is the one that gets you off guard.
Right, and it doesn't give you that much time to how you say to
prepare,
be in a safe place, prepare. Right.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I'll be like, if that happens, like
you don't have access to a helicopter. Just hover above the ground until wait it out. You know what I'm saying? Who has a helicopter on standby? You just jump in real quick and just go above the ground and wait it out.
Yeah,
and then again, you got to get high enough where a building don't come crashing down on the helicopter. Well, you know what I'm saying?
You got to think about the aftermath, because that a lot of earthquake causes tsunamis also. So that's the other thing you got to be concerned about.
Oh, they call tsunami, man. See now.
Yeah, they do.
Basically,
tsunami is an earthquake underwater. You know, it happens. What causes it? The tsunami.
I would rather deal with a hurricane any day of the week. Something that I could prepare for.
Me too. Yeah, at least you can prepare for the hurricane. You can even prepare for tornadoes. You know, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, stuff like that.
But
it's almost zero preparation for earthquake.
Earthquake or tsunami. Like what are you gonna do? Like
well, tsunamis they have buoys out in the ocean that actually detect tsunamis, and it sends a signal.
It sends that signal, because you know
give you idea where it's going, what direction it's going. Yeah.
Right. The thing is that big wave, it gets bigger and bigger, and you just gotta hope that you far enough from the impact of the wave from getting you, like the one that happened there in Malaysia a few years ago.
Yeah.
It was like hundreds of thousands of people was wiped out because they was on the coast. They was living around the coast.
Yeah.
It was like what? They say it was like a 35 foot wave or something like that.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
God, can you imagine that? Can you imagine seeing that approaching you?
Right.
How do you
exactly? Ain't no surfboard in the world that can help you prepare for a wave like
how
that.
do you even prepare for that?
It's like insane. 35-foot waves, 50-foot waves.
That wouldn't be.
The water's too strong anyway. We're not strong enough to deal with force of water.
That's a fact. Hey, but look, check this out. I see Lou over on TFTG, so I'm gonna shut this down. I'm probably gonna migrate over there.
Okay.
Show them boys some love.
Okay. You got started up over there. Okay.
Yeah, for the rest of y'all that's here, man. Appreciate y'all, man. We finna go over there. TFTG, show them some love. You know what I'm saying?
We'll go show them some love.
Facts, but appreciate y'all, man. And Mr. Polk,
appreciate
you know, I appreciate y'all up here and holding it down while Lou is out.
Yeah, thanks for letting me up, man. I appreciate that.
Peace out, y'all.
All right.
Yep. Peace out, everybody.
Peace out.